Hello, hello. Welcome back. What are we at now? Week 3 of Black Ops? Black Ops 3. Black Ops 6. Week 3 of Black Ops 6 now officially. How's everyone feeling about it? I published my video 2 days ago now, and I think I expressed that I am a big fan. I've played a bit more since I wrote that video. Obviously, I wrote it and then I had to edit it. So in that time, it's been a second. I've had a couple other experiences that have kind of colored my perception a bit more. I think the big one is I played a co-op game where I died permanently, and that was something that I think is a big miss in my video. Is I didn't consider that experience. I think that is broken if you go down in co-op and you fully die and come back with not a pack-a-punched gun. But other than that, I think I stand by pretty much everything I said. I think the core game loop is still fantastic. And that's if they just tweak the numbers there, I think I still won't have any major issues. The game is still good, just wasn't the honeymoon phase. Kieran, hello, welcome back. I think the game is good. I agree with you there. I think that I think I wanted to be careful to not, just get obsessed with the new thing and be blind to all its flaws, but I'm glad that we're kind of at that stage where we can say now that it was genuine. It was real. It wasn't just hype. So yeah, I completely agree. Okay, so what I had planned for today, I realize it's season 1. There's not a bunch of huge changes in zombies. Mostly just Battle Pass brings a couple new guns. Directed mode came out, which because I just did the Easter eggs last stream, I probably won't do a directed mode run here. I think everyone knows the Easter eggs at this point. It is interesting what they're doing with directed mode, though. It basically those objectives that you get on the way to Pack-a-Punch that say, like, turn on the amp generators and things. They just keep giving you those. And so that's a very simple, clean way to do it, and it feels very natural. It doesn't feel like you're playing a lesser experience, which is good for the new players who they don't want to scare off, really. Yeah, Kieran, you're right. The manglers bother me too. Tracking is bad, 100% agree. And I think I mentioned it in the video, but my biggest problem is that you can't really plan around projectiles that track you that strongly. Like, you might think that you're far enough away from the group and you can get some health regen time in, and then a projectile just insta-tracks you and there's no way to avoid it and your health regen time is all wasted. I think that definitely is a problem. My thing is, I have never thought that any zombies game ever has been very well balanced after round like 30-ish. I think every single one has always had problems. I've never been a high round guy because I just think at a certain point it becomes either just dead wire spam or just doing a trap over and over again. I think the much more compelling part of the zombies game loop to me is getting set up when you still have something to do, you still have one more perk to buy, you still want to upgrade your gun to the last tier. I think when you have that goal beyond just survive, that's when the zombies formula is really interesting to me. So I do agree that the round 30 plus experience is pretty broken with the amount of manglers. I did do another like round 50-ish run, round 4, I think I got to 42 or something yesterday. And I mean, it is bad. I just think that it should be fixed, but it's not like it's a new problem. I think that's something that has been a problem since the very beginning. But yeah, I do hope that they move forward and fix something like that. Okay, so what I wanted to do today, actually, I said I didn't want to just run a regular Easter egg. What I'm going to try and do, I watched a video of every Easter egg on Liberty Falls, and it's not... Yeah, Gabriel, you know what? You've segued me perfectly. This is amazing. So there are a bunch of these little small Easter eggs. So what I wanted to do, I have a list of every Easter egg that exists on Liberty Falls. Let me see if I can bring you over to my little Google Doc that I'm going to be checking off. So I have this, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to go through and see if I could do every single one of the Easter eggs in a single game. It's not the hardest challenge in the world. It's not something that no one can ever do. Liberty Falls is an easy map, and like Gabriel said, a lot of these challenges are very easy to do. They're just like shoot a single bullet and you get these max ammos or something like that. And it would even be harder on Terminus, so I think I want to practice for that one. But if this goes well, I want to try Terminus. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can do all of these in a single game. I think it'll be a nice second channel video if we can get it done. So yeah, I'm just going to see if I can get all these done. I have the link in the description. I wanted to come up with some fancy thing to... Let me bring you back here. I wanted to come up with a fancy like Streamlabs thing I could put in the chat so I could check off all the different challenges I've done so far. I couldn't get it figured out with like a chatbot, a nightbot, or anything. There was no easy way to list like 20 different things. So I basically, if you do want to follow along, there's nothing on screen and nothing in the chat. You're just gonna have to go to the Google Doc, which is a very janky solution. But I think that I mean, they're all tiny little things, but we're just going to be picking things off the list as we go. The main Easter egg is included, and I have also decided to include exfilling, which is probably going to be, because of the amount of things we have to do, it's probably going to be in the 30s, which could be tough. I have exfilled like twice past round 30, every other time I fail, so I've decided to include that, so this run might fail at the very end, but we are going to try and do everything there is to do in Liberty Falls. I can pretty much get started here. And I haven't done a practice run. I have no idea what my plan is. And so I'm just going to be looking at the list every once in a while and hoping that I get stuff done in a reasonable time. Most of the stuff is not like round based or you can't get it done later. Most of the stuff, like Gabriel said, again, you can just pick it off like with a single shot or something like that to get it done. So I don't think I can get myself in like a unrecoverable position, but again, if we get up in those rounds, it could get dangerous, especially just doing the main Easter egg, which is part of it. Kieran, yeah, there is a second White Cliff channel. It's there's not much on it. It is just stream highlights right now. But I think it's linked if you go to the main like profile, my main profile on YouTube, or if you do youtube.com/@whitecliff2, I believe is the URL there. Yeah, I just wanted to keep my more gameplay stream highlight stuff on a different channel than like the very scripted game essays. I think that those are two different audiences. So if you check it out, there are a couple things there. There's a fun video I did with Stanley, Brad, and Shreebington of doing the Last Gen Shadows of Evil Easter egg. That was a classic. That's probably the highlight. Okay. I am going to start this up, and we are gonna just see how things go. I don't think I need any specific field upgrade for anything. I do need Semtexes. Yeah, this looks good. This looks good. Go for it. Yeah, Gabriel just listing some of the... Yeah, so I didn't even know about the shovel. Like, I think, what was it, a week and a half ago I streamed, and someone told me about... It might have been Kieran, did you tell me about it? Or, yeah, someone told me about shovel live on stream last time. I had no idea. Like, I'm glad they're still discovering stuff. I think probably everything is found now, but, like, even that Perkaholic that was found on Terminus a while back, there was... people found that if you cook, like, 50 fish in a row, you get a Perkaholic, which is an absurd thing to do. Like, no one would ever do that. I don't know how that was found, but it was. So there might still be some stuff hidden, but yeah, I'm glad that there is so much little stuff to do. And Terminus feels really good because there's so much stuff you don't have to invest a whole game into. Okay, that's the first one. We did punch the vending machine. That's technically an Easter egg. I mean, it's something outside the core game loop that you can do, so I'm counting it. And I think that the hidden power-ups that are one per game, I think those are a really cool thing. Have they ever done that before? In Cold War, maybe I would have not heard about it, but other than that, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. It's such a simple little thing, but getting that opportunity to just once per game, it doesn't like break the game loop or anything, because double points for 30 seconds on command, you can already get that with Gobblegums. But it is a cool, tiny little thing that if you know what you're doing, you can get like, you know, a half round in advancement ahead of someone who doesn't know. That's a cool little thing that doesn't like my video very much said that I think the point system is overall a good thing. I'm glad that people can't completely break it, which was a controversial statement, but I think that this is it's enough to give people a reward so that they feel like they're getting ahead without fully like letting you get like a full pack-a-punch early or anything. Yeah, I can't remember any just like straight up just get a drop on command. There is like, I guess you can get a death machine on DE. That's the closest equivalent, really. Okay. Oh boy. I do want to, so I can get the bonus points easy. I just want to see if I can get a double points and really maximize that. True, the ice staff on Origins. You're so right. Yeah. It's not just sitting on the map, but it is like a 30-second quest, and you can get, and that's very powerful. I guess it's not as strong as a double points. Like a zombie blood is just like a quick in plain sight for a little bit, but it is true you can get it every single round. Yeah, good call. If this starts taking too long, I'll just pop the double points and take my 500 and leave, but I think we can, because yeah, the point situation is tough, especially because I'm going to be wasting a lot of salvage buying Semtexes for that pool Easter egg. That one is going to be expensive. And if I want to do it 3 times to get the fire sale, I have to, that's what, 3 times, that's 9 Semtexes. I hope they drop naturally. I hope I don't have to buy them all. Double points, that's what I wanted to see. Yes, yeah. So melee macchiatoing the vending machine, I'm counting as a separate Easter egg than just punching it with a gun butt. So yes, that is 2 separate things, and then it's done for the game. I don't know. I think I haven't. I've been leveling up so I have a gold. Oh, my knife! I don't have my gold knife. Okay, so I don't have my gold knife, but I do have it unlocked. I don't have gold baseball bat, so I have been using melee weapons to level them up a lot recently, and I have found that it's enjoyable. I think the upgrade to increase your health, like get a bit of health back when you hit with melee macchiato, is an absolute necessity on anything past like round 10. I think because you have to dive into a horde and you're always going to take a single hit. So the best you can hope for is to recover that that little bit of health you took. So they have that augment for melee macchiato that's like the Cold War upgrade where you every time you hit with a melee attack you get a little bit of health back. I think that's an absolute necessity. But other than that, I think the melee playstyle is definitely viable, and they're putting out the power drill this season, which is supposed to be like the fastest melee weapon to hit. Like it should hit super quickly. And I think that if that comes out and it works super well, I think that melee is absolutely a viable strategy. Yes, yeah, so if you fully upgrade, fully gold, and melee macchiato, you can insta-kill Manglers 100%. Yes, you're totally right. I think because health cap is 55, I haven't made it all the way up there, but I've seen gameplay of it, and I believe, yes, you can just always hit a one hit a Mangler, which is perfect, and it's like, I think that is an interesting counter to the Mangler problem. It's hard to make that like a necessity. I don't know if that's the right way to go, but if you want to fully upgrade your gun and really commit to it by like round 30, at that point you do kind of have a way to deal with Manglers if you really invest in it. Yes, I'm going to be doing free Deadshot. I just want to... What did I want? Oh, I wanted to pack my gun first, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the sniper off the wall. I have that set up for myself, because I have struggled hitting it with iron sights. I know it's possible, you don't need a sniper, but I'm just bad. And I play on the FOV I play on, I don't toggle it at all, so yes, I will be getting Deadshot as soon as I can pack. And I will pack as soon as I kill the groundskeeper, because I'm just scared to leave this little area. And yeah, Gabriel, sorry, going back, I 100% agree. I think the laser walls, that it should have just been debris. Like, it's a destroyed town and everything. I think that it should have just been, I mean, the streets are wide, so it would have been maybe a little unrealistic to have that much debris that wide covering the entire street perfectly. But they should have found a way to make it work. The laser walls don't really make sense in lore. Like, I guess Project Janus was trying to shut down the town. But, like, I don't, it's just, yeah, no, it seems silly to me. Did I miss the groundskeeper? Hope not. Just have a big-ass couch. The mega couch, yes. Just completely covering. Because, yeah, I mean, the streets are unreasonably wide. I guess it's, yeah. Maybe, like, I mean, if they were cars or something, like, you wouldn't be able to... It would be hard to imagine your character, like, lifting them up and moving them. There are reasons they didn't do it, but at the end of the day, I do agree that the laser walls are a little silly. I'm gonna have to buy ammo to be able to get my max ammo, which is a little annoying. And yeah, you're right. The debris, I mean, that was my video before my last video, is I talked about how I liked the fact that the debris kind of didn't make sense in lore. Like, it was just floating in the air. Like, you didn't really think about how it had to be realistic. And I do agree with that, but I think that this whole game, that's kind of their goal, is to move towards maybe not realism. Maybe realism is the word. I don't know. It's whatever it is. I'm not entirely a fan, but I think that the gameplay loop is what really matters. So I don't think they've sacrificed anything there. I'm coming back for you. Once we get to round 10, I'm gonna try and hold out with my gray gun until then. Because yeah, I assume everyone knows, but if the tool that you get from that is guaranteed to go up. If you do it before round 5, I believe you're not guaranteed a tool, but if you do it after round 5, you're guaranteed a green upgrade to your gun, and if you do it after round 10, guaranteed blue. I actually don't know when purple starts getting guaranteed. I know it's an option past round 15, but I think it's actually further that it's a guaranteed thing. But yes, that is a cool little thing. Like, again, that's not just an inconsequential Easter egg. Like, that will save me 1,500 salvage, which is a massive, massive investment. Let's just start the Easter egg, but we have to wait to build the jet gun before we can do it. Yes, the candles. Yeah, so that was also discovered recently. I hadn't seen that for a long time. I don't know if it was, or maybe I just missed it. Maybe it wasn't discovered recently, but yeah. I wonder, so I wonder if I should save that for the Easter egg, because I'm worried that it'll kill me. Because if you have PhD, does that count as environmental damage and you don't take damage from that? Because that's what I'm scared of. Okay. Am I poor? Oh no, I just didn't hold the button long enough. Okay. Alright, so let's run Deadshot. We could also get double points off these guys, but yeah, you know what? Let's just cross it off the list. So we got the free double points here. This is not the best angle to see it. I'm gonna go back to the graveyard. Yeah, it'll be good. Yes, yeah, so it will. I think it's fixed, like, percentage damage, so yeah, I'll save it for, Oh, no. Okay. Maybe I just kill. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill, do Deadshot this round. Save double points for next round.
Honestly, it's not a bad night.
Yeah, the Napalm Burst candles are a really cool thing, and it does make me wonder if there's something else hidden with one of the other ammo mods. I assume people are looking for that, but, like, if there's any other interaction you could have, like, is there anything you can freeze? Is there something in the ice cream shop that maybe you have to do something there? Oh, so yeah, so that's true. It's like Black Ops 4 where you could turn on custom mutations. People can start checking what's actually an Easter egg. Let me just focus up. You actually have quite a bit of time. I thought this was way more punishing than it was, but you can really focus up and aim, as long as you don't miss. Missing is the real way to fail. There you go. Deadshot, free Deadshot, easy enough.
The beach vacation I damn well deserve right now.
So yeah, I am interested to see if a lot of stuff gets found with directed mode, with all the Easter eggs being turned off, because that was like huge for Black Ops 4 hunting. So what was it specifically? Deer head disappears. Okay. On this map? I guess that makes sense, the deer head would. So, interesting. Yeah, because, I mean, the Napalm Burst is such a tiny thing where you just have to, like, spam your gun at random things in the environment, and it does end up making sense in the end, so I am curious to see if there's other ammo mod related things, because Cryo Freeze is so easy to implement in just anything. And yeah, Deadshot. Remember when Deadshot came out in Call of the Dead and all it did was change your auto aim, and then if you were on PC, it did nothing. Like it changed your hip fire spread or something, but I don't know anyone who hip fired. I guess PC you might maybe, but oh, that's my boy. That's my boy. Thank you. Yeah, Deadshot was the goofiest perk that they put out. And I mean, yeah, no one bought it. I didn't buy it. I think, yeah, no. Call of the Dead is like my favorite map, and even I'll say like that was an insane thing that they tried to make happen. But yeah, with the increased critical damage, and does it? So I don't know if I have all the augments for this unlocked, but am I crazy? I thought it was right there. Where's the double points? Am I just silly? Is it down there? Huh. Okay. This might be a trouble. Okay, so I did Deadshot. Check that off at least. I should probably buy some other perks as well. You know what? Getting Deadshot so early might have been a mistake because now all my other perks are more expensive. I didn't get the benefit of a not expensive perk. I'm just going to use that because I will never need a full power, I assume. I sincerely doubt I'm going to ever make the trip to actually try and get a full power. So I got the vending machine. Got the 100 points from the pool table. Got the full power and got Deadshot. Okay. What is that in there? Insta-kill. Very nice. Yeah, Deadshot is like, I think my order for buying perks is almost always Quick Revive, Juggernog, and then Deadshot immediately. Because that's basically your defense and your offense set, and then everything else is just nice to have. Those are like the only necessary ones. Like faster movement speed you want in the higher rounds, melee macchiato you want if you're doing melee, but those are the ones that you like absolutely need 24/7. Let me get my Quick Revive. Deadshot Sniper. We got the bonus points. We got the full power. We do not have the... I might have to pull up a guide for the double points. So, I've been thinking about that. I did some testing with the dance party, and I wanted to see if it would work for the Easter egg step, because you have you spawn the HVT right here. The HVT is not a huge deal. The HVT does actually dance, which is interesting, but I mean, it's not like the end of the world if it doesn't. What I was hoping was when you're defending the portal, I was hoping that would, like, all the zombies that would usually run into the portal just wouldn't, but they do. So they don't dance, those ones. The purple ones do not dance in during the Easter egg for the dance party, which is disappointing, but I mean, it makes sense. Okay, so I think it's Groundskeeper is where this next one is. Yeah, I've been running ARs mostly just because I've been going through in a very slow order to get gold. And so I haven't run a shotgun or a sniper with a Deadshot augment yet, but I can imagine that that's absolutely godlike. All right, you know what? This is making me a little mad. But yes, so it does make the Manglers dance, and I believe even the Abominations. So it does like make all regular and special like just round-based enemies dance, which is very useful. Is that it right there? You know what? This is really making me annoyed. Okay. What can we do? So we still have to wait to build the jet gun. But I would like to get this bonus points before I get rid of my sniper. Okay. We're round 10 now though. We can hit the exploding head. Kind of have a lineup there. Let's see if it works. Oh no, I sailed right over it. I missed my lineup. Okay. Someone needs to drop a drop a Semtex soon. Oh no, I got it. Oh, sick. Okay, it counted. Yeah, it's pretty generous. Kieran, you finished your augments? I'm still like I mean, I guess you did say you were, I believe, Prestige 3 last time we talked, so I guess you have been playing more than me, but still, like, I'm not even done perks. Like, I'm focusing perks and I'm still not done them, which is, it's good. I'm glad to have something to work on over a long time, and I never feel like if I want something, I can definitely focus it and get it. So I'm glad the system exists. I just am surprised people are finishing up already.
Pumpkin heads for fun and profit, and business is booming.
Yeah, Prestige. Yeah, I think it's good, and they're going to be adding, like, you're going to be able to finish what they've released season by season pretty easily, because they're only going to add, like, one ammo mod and one field upgrade each season, so it'll never be that grind again. But yeah, congratulations on getting it done. Have you played around with, like, any silly combinations now that you have everything unlocked? Is there anything that's late game that you think is worth taking a look at? What can we do here? I can... You know what I should do? I should craft a couple Semtexes and do the first pool step. Can I even craft Semtex? I should be able to. Yeah. Oh. It stole my money. I did see someone talking about that on Twitter. Yeah, you just can't craft more than one of every equipment. Let's see. Okay. You know what? Let's get some bowling in. Deadwire Lightning Strikes. I have seen that one. Yeah, that's good. What have I been running? I've been running mostly... I feel like I have to run Napalm Burst in almost every situation just because I always need to kill Manglers. Like, Manglers are always a threat, so I've pretty much only been running Napalm. And I don't think it has any super impactful augments that I've seen anyway. But I just feel like even the base bonus damage is super important. Yes, PhD, I've hard focused that one. I have that one where you can knock zombies down. That is super huge. Priorities Blizzard. Okay, I haven't seen that one. Well, this is annoying because I'm gonna have to get rid of my Semtex. Okay. Yeah, so that's a good point. Yeah, Gabriel, with directed mode coming out, I see a lot of people are just staying on, like, using the round cap to kind of exploit, like, infinite headshots on quote-unquote round 3. I have not been doing that because for me the camo grind is a reason to actually play the game. Like, I don't just want to do the camo grind for the sake of doing the camo grind. I want to play in the most, like, intended way possible. But I don't know if anyone has been doing that because that seems like, I don't know if they're going to... Did I not get a single kill there? I got 10. I wonder if they're going to patch that with the way you can get all your special kills and all your headshots done super easily. Or if they're just gonna say, I mean, you're still doing the work, so that's fine. I'm curious to see if that's a bug, because today was kind of their mean fix. Like, they had to patch the tokens out that weren't supposed to be in the game, so they're not afraid to be a little mean when they have to, which, oh, that's annoying. But yeah, I'm curious to see if that's going to be something they focus on. Yeah, so it Oh, hello friend. Sorry, I just want to sneak right by you there. Get a max armor, thank you. And then if I can shoot his arm off, he should drop a Mangler cannon. Yes, he did, which I can use to get the jet gun part. Yeah, I think that might be something I do. What I've been doing for the GS45 is I've just been equipping it to my secondary, and whenever I get an insta-kill, I just pull it out and get a couple shots in, which is what I did for the Welling in BO4. So I'm kind of just used to that being the strategy. But I wouldn't, yeah, I don't fault anyone for getting that and the explosive sniper kills with the easy headshots. Because yeah, otherwise you can only do it up to, I guess you can start upgrading it in salvage and you still get a couple shots in. Like you can go to gold and get like kills up to round maybe like 15, 20 without it being too silly. But yeah, it's just so much more of an ordeal than anything else. I think that kind of makes sense. And yeah, I don't fault anyone who does, who's just sitting in directed mode. I mean, they're having fun their own way. That's how they enjoy it. But yeah, for me, I just want to, over time, eventually unlock everything. I'm not too stressed. Ooh, I should get that.
Here it comes, fuckers. Straight up the clacker.
You. Salvage. Oh no! Almost lost another dying wish there. I should buy armor. That's what I should buy. Did we cycle round? Or did I cycle round? Oopsie. That's not a thing. There you are. No, there you're not. There you are. Wires, okay. Alright, let me get some armor. Yeah, I agree. I think that the camo grind is very reasonable. 2,000 seems like a big number when you see it for the first time, but yeah, in a game you can easily get like, even if I'm not even trying to like focus a single gun, you're gonna get like 1,200, 1,500 kills with a certain gun. So I think that it's not too bad to do, like, even if you just split that across a couple games and then get your specials and elites. I haven't gotten any Afterlife stuff done yet, which I am scared of for a couple guns, where you have to get kills without getting hit. That could get tough depending on which gun it is, or the melees especially. So I am a little nervous about that, but then back to, you just need elites for Nebula, which is just, again, a matter of time. And I think I'm going to be playing this game all year, so I'm not upset about having to put some time in. I wonder if... I don't know how long concussions last, if that's worth it. Ooh. Don't like you. Nope, not enough time. Next time around, I'll get some progress in. I lost my concussions, that's fine. I'll get back to it. There we go. This, yeah, I think we talked about this last time. I feel like this is just broken on solo. I don't love this step. It's just annoying more than anything. Yes! Yeah, Gabriel, I did hear the details. I don't know if there's been anything else. I've heard the official, like they dropped the official intel, the like teaser picture. I am super excited. I think that it, I mean, I loved both the maps here, so I think that I'm confident in their ability to make a map, and I think that going to a castle and having some more fantasy elements is something I've been wanting for a very long time. And not even in a like I think people expecting DE 2.0 are in thinking, I think they're not thinking broadly enough. I think that like they're not going to do just a cheap nostalgia hit, I don't think. I think they're going to do something different. But I think, yeah, just the setting on its own has me excited. And like you said, yeah, they said multiple new wonder weapons, which is very cool. I wonder if that's going to be like a Origin style, like upgradable wonder weapon in 4 different paths, or if they mean, because I think they said, or they didn't say, but people found strings for the Raygun Mark II. I think that was official, not official, but like a reputable leaker found those strings. So I wonder if that's going to be, they're going to bring the new wonder weapon and then the Raygun 2. which I also wouldn't be mad about. I think that's good. I do hope that they bring... I hope over the course of the year they bring multiple new guns in. I don't just want to see like old guns rehashed, like the way they brought the VR11 back in MW3, like that was exciting for a second, but I want to see like multiple new weapons a map, like they did with Buried, for example, where they brought the Ray Gun Mark II and the Paralyzer. Like you shouldn't have to limit yourself to only bringing one wonder weapon a map. Like that's not an official rule. They can do whatever they want there. Connor, hello. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm glad you watched the videos. I appreciate that. I have a lot of fun making them, so thank you for watching. How are you finding Black Ops 6? Because my Black Ops 6 video was my most controversial. Still not too bad, but there were a couple comments that were unhappy that it wasn't classic zombies and they were unhappy with me for liking it. But I have to be honest, I am having fun. But yeah, I think the majority of people who just casually watch the videos are kind of on the more, like, they love classic zombies side, so I understand why, when I started talking about Black Ops 6, some people weren't as happy. But I think that there doesn't have to be a dichotomy. There doesn't have to be Black Ops 1 fans versus Black Ops 6 fans. I think that both games are very good, and I think you can like both. So I hope I've convinced one person of that out there sometime.
Is that a design for a weapon? Looks like you already found some of the parts.
Alright, we got a jet gun. Love that. Let me check off buildable jet gun.
Definitely not Janus sanctioned.
Nice. Okay, and we can start getting Aetherella pieces. I think I might do the cheese where you bring Aetherella into the boss fight, because that absolutely trivializes it. Oh, Gabriel quoting the video. Nice, you watched it, did your homework. Yeah, I think that that's the biggest thing. Like, that is the absolute definition of what this game does differently, is that they've been able to improve the enemy AI and change how it works in a lot of ways to make it, yeah, more unpredictable, more like a zombie horde, as opposed to just like, you know, in the old games, it wouldn't be uncommon to see like 10, 15 different enemies. Like that, in the grand scheme of things, that doesn't feel like a zombies apocalypse. That doesn't feel like zombies coming at you from every side. But now that they have the capability to do that, they've definitely changed the behavior to mimic that kind of experience more. And, you know, someone in a George Romero movie isn't training zombies. That's not something that they do. They're just barely trying to survive. And so they have to be a lot more creative and do different things, and that translates to more interesting gameplay in a lot of ways. So I think that it has made a very it's a different gameplay loop, but I think it's pretty cool what they've done. Fair, yeah, Connor, that's very fair. I think I'm totally with you. Let me get my numbers here. What is that? O2? It is O2. Okay, we got O2 at the end. Comic shop. Someone better keep track of this in chat, because I think I got it wrong last time I tried. Kieran, you did try and save me last time, I remember, and I still, even though it was right in front of me, I got it wrong. But maybe this time I can do it. Okay, so O2 at the end. 29. Wait, was that 29 at the middle? Oh god. You know what? It's fine. I can just assume from the bank. 2902. 2902. 33. 2902. Easy enough. Yeah, so I think 33, 2902. Yeah, even though this is kind of, I think this is, I don't know if I'd call this an Easter egg or not, but this is technically something you do, again, that's not just killing zombies, so I put it on the list. So this is going to count as a, do I actually have a key? I do not. Sorry, yeah, Connor, no, I agree with you. I think the armor and salvage systems, I'm still not 100% convinced on. I said, those are the two things in my video that I was like, I get it, it makes more sense to me now, but it's not, like, perfect. I'm not, like, convinced. I just think that it's a step in the right direction, and I understand why it exists, but I would rather they found a different solution in a lot of ways. Okay, there's my max ammo. Which ones have I not gotten yet? I just want to keep track. So I got the 4, and then there's 1. Then 2. Then there's bank rooftop. And I know there's church. I want to save church. Oh, and the speed cola one. Yes. Baseball, you're having... Yeah, so yeah, this is an always online thing. I haven't had the issue where it's trying to matchmake me yet, but that's probably a season 1 bug that is going to get fixed soon. It is unfortunate. I think that's not really part of the gameplay loop, so I don't talk about it too much, but it does suck to be always online. There's just no defense for that. Okay. I really don't know why it is always online. Like, if online was an option, I would get it. I understand they want things for their analytics. Like, they want, you know, if it's online, they can track every little thing that you do and how much engagement, how engaged you are with the gameplay and all that, you know, Activision side stuff. But to not even give the option seems silly. Like, you're still going to get enough data if you don't have that. It just seems, like, greedy on their part that they want, like, all the data possible.
As we say in the biz, got plenty more where that came from.
Oh, you needed a playlist update. Okay. Yeah, that's... Again, that's part of the always online thing, that you just can't go offline when you're having issues. Let me think. Sorry, I need to check off what I've done. I have done Raining Zombies. I have done Unlocking the Vault. Oh, let's run the Easter egg song. Does everyone know where all the Easter egg parts are? And yes, Connor, I agree again. I understand some score streaks, like, you know, they have the hand cannon, the sentry gun. I don't like them, but at least they make sense in canon. But the fact that there's a chopper gunner kill streak means that the story can never go in a place again where the characters are, like, really isolated. I guess Terminus is, like, the farthest they could go. Like, they still have Overwatch from Raptor 1. They still have support. Like, they can never have no escape anymore, which... There's the first thing. It's in, like, I'm trying to think, like, could you do a Blood of the Dead with a system like this? I guess you could say, like, the exfil is just getting to the exit portal, like, kind of like Vanguard did. So I guess you could, like, there are the options there. But psychologically, just knowing that you can always escape does kind of limit your storytelling possibilities. That's 2. And we have one more in the church, which I probably won't actually activate because this stream might get taken down if the music plays, but I will pretend, and then I'll put a little click in post. Yeah, so I'm trying to think, because Forsaken was mostly indoors, and you could still have, in Cold War, Forsaken, you could still call in a chopper gunner, right? What did that look like? And then there is number 3. Click. I pressed it, and then the song is playing. It's a good song. I encourage you to listen to it on your own, but if I want to keep streaming, I can't turn it on, unfortunately. Yeah, because I remember I never used any of the score streaks in Cold War, so I don't really know what it looked like to call something in there. Because could you just deal, like, penetration damage through the roof? I truly don't know, because I know that they didn't disable the kill streak on there, so it was still an option, so I have no idea what they did. I got all the Aetherella. Yeah, I got all the Aetherella except Church, which I might. Nah, I won't even bring it down. I'll just get confused. Okay. That's a fair criticism. I think that over time, once you start to know what the layout is, you're going to be able to craft things a lot faster with some muscle memory. Oh my god! Okay, missed that throw. In general, I'm not a fan of menus. I don't like it, but there's not really any other way to do this, right? Like, how do you give the player that many options? And you can say don't give them the options, but that's not the kind of game they're making. So I've been trying to think of how you do something like that without such an obvious menu, and I don't have the solution. Okay, do I have to throw it from the roof? I am silly here. Let me get my gun up as well, and then I'll throw it from the bank roof. For sure, yeah, no. And they've tried to lower the barrier to entry in this game in a lot of ways. So to have that thing where it's just not fun for newcomers feels out of place. It feels like, why didn't you fix this thing too that's not fun, that hurts to onboard? Separate benches, yeah, that could work if there is, because then at least you don't have to scroll through like all the different things. You just know if you need a lethal, it's going to be on this one page. But like you said, yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. There would be so much on the map, and like it would just feel very busy, and you wouldn't be able to have like rooms would have like 3 different machines in them at a certain point. Let's see if I can hit this shot. Kobe. That's okay. Okay. That lineup is good. Zaid, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I think that at least Black Ops 6, I'm definitely catching up with the rest of the community, but the first like 5 or 6 games I played like World at War when it came out, so I've been thinking about these games for 12, 15 years, so I have some thoughts. So I think I've had time to percolate on my thoughts and really know what I want to say. So like, I think that I've been able to have the confidence to say it in a concise way, because I've been having these thoughts forever. I've had time to put them in order. But I really appreciate you watching. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. So I don't know if you have to do this in quick succession, but if you don't, then this should spawn something. Should spawn my orb. Oh no, you do have to do it quickly. That's frustrating. So I'm gonna have to wait until 3 Semtexes drop. Oh no, that's annoying. Okay. Well, I'll try. Mateo, does it have to be during? I know it resets on a vermin round, but I thought I'd seen people do it on a regular round and then just do it again later. I don't know. I'll try it. Once I have 3 Semtexes again. Sorry, let me catch up. Yeah, I saw Zaid. And 100%, I said this on Twitter a couple days back, but I think that a lot of people were very negative on Liberty Falls when it first came out. And I think those people, if they're being intellectually honest, have to like own up to it and say like, because they were talking about how, you know, it's worse than 5. It's not even a good bonus map. But I think this is more than a bonus map. This feels like it could be like almost a full Cold War map. Like it feels like it goes beyond just that bonus thing. So I think it feels complete, and it feels like a real map in a lot of ways. And I said that I've been playing it probably more than Terminus. I think Terminus overall is a better constructed map, but when I'm like, you know, getting used to the systems and figuring things out, Liberty Falls is the perfect place to do that, because everything is so streamlined, everything is so simple and easy. And you know, you don't want all easy maps, obviously, everyone knows that, but it does it in such a good way where it still feels like a complete experience. It doesn't feel like you're just wasting your time on the baby map, the tutorial map. It feels like a good map in its own right. So yeah, I think Liberty Falls is great. I do think Terminus is better academically, but I think Liberty Falls is a great place to have some fun. Wish there was a buy phase. Oh, Mullen, that's an interesting idea. A buy phase. I think, I'm trying to think about it, because my gut reaction is that part of the fun of zombies is like having to do everything while the zombies are also doing stuff, are also fighting you. Like, you have to do Easter egg steps while zombies hit you. Like, you have to be good at zombies before you can do the bonus stuff. But now that there is all these menus and stuff, it is something to consider. I mean, there is downtime between each round, and there is, like, you do have quite a bit of time before zombies start spawning. But that is something to consider. I do wonder, that's something they definitely very easily could add between each 5 rounds or something to get set up. If they start going, right now I don't think it's too bad. I think you can buy all the equipment you need because it's not something you need every single round. So you can definitely get it done. But if they start adding more and more things, I think that's something they should very seriously consider. That's a good idea. What's the best Easter egg song? For me, it's Beauty of Annihilation. OG, like way back on Reese. I had that, I think I said this a couple streams ago. I have that video like downloaded to my Xbox of the Reese trailer they put out with Beauty of Annihilation on the backing track. And yeah, that's one of my favorite songs like ever, because I'm like a nerd who plays video games like a loser. So yeah, I think that Beauty of Annihilation is it for me, and I don't hate the remix either. Yeah, Baseball Man, we were talking about how much stuff there is to do on this map. Gabriel said it's cool that it's all very like isolated. You can do it all in like a single round, which is, yeah, I totally agree with. What are we doing? Sorry, just trying to keep moving and also read chat, because I think I saw something I want to talk about. Yeah, Liberty Falls is basically the Kino of BO6. That's a good call. It's interesting to think of Kino as almost the bonus map as opposed to which shoe did I not get yet? I got the back, I got the 2 at spawn, I got the funeral home, and then, oh no, I'm blanking. Where are the shoes? Sorry, well, I'll just run around in circles while I try and remember where the shoes are. I got the one there. I got the one there. I got the 2 in spawn. Where would one more be? Bowling. Behind the graveyard on the coffin. Oh, at the top of the hill. I'm so dumb. Yes. Sorry, yeah, I got totally interrupted, but I do want to continue that thought, because that's an interesting idea. The fact that Kino is the tutorial map. It's almost the bonus map of BO1, because everyone thinks of that as like the BO1 map, but it is kind of the, like, there's almost no new mechanics. It's just, it kind of is the tutorial. So yeah, I'd never thought about it that way, but that is very cool. That's a good way to think about it, and I do agree that that's what Liberty Lanes feels like. There's nothing too new. It just kind of gets you accustomed to the new systems. And Ron asked if I consider BO6 better than BO4 or Cold War. Those are 2 very different questions. I am a huge fan of BO4, so I would say definitely not that one for me. But I think that this is strictly better than Cold War. I think that this is like Cold War 2.0. I almost would say there's no reason to go back to Cold War after this, like, especially once more maps come out, as long as they keep up the quality they have so far. I think that everything Cold War does, this does like strictly better. It's all the ideas they had back then but couldn't implement because it was a pandemic game, like they didn't have as much dev time. I think that this is like the true Cold War experience. And if you didn't like Cold War, I think it's still worth giving this a try, because like, I think a lot of the reasons I didn't like Cold War was not because the ideas were bad, but because how they did the ideas was bad, which I put more eloquently in my video. But I do think that like execution counts for a lot, and now that they've done things right, like things like the armor system and the zombie damage being reduced, I definitely think that a lot of that stuff has really changed my mind around on a lot of it. More play Liberty Falls, the more I like it. Lore around the map, that's very true. I don't know if everyone's read all the intel, but there is a lot of stuff going on under the map, which you're right, does add a lot. Like things like I mean things like DE and Derice and all the Group 935 maps would have been interesting even without the lore. Like it's just a cool place to be. Like a castle or a scientific facility, but the lore does absolutely take it to the next level. So I'm glad that it is there and they're keeping that going. And with all the story stuff they're teasing, I'm interested to see if they can keep that up. That was an absolutely pitiful bowling round, but we got it done. Yes. So yeah, that's what I think Liberty Falls really did right, is that it feels like we got a sniper. That's all completely useless to me. Cool. Yeah, it's a lot. Like again, people were complaining before launch that it's like it's just a boring town. It has nothing going on, but it really does have this very real sense of place. Like you feel like you're in this. It does feel like a real town when you're in it. Like you don't feel that, you know, people were complaining about lack of aura and stuff like that. When you're in the game, you do feel like you're in like a very recently post-apocalyptic town. Like it does convey that feeling, which I think is, I guess, is a kind of an argument to not judge a book by its cover. Like you were just seeing still images before launch, so it's hard to get a real picture of how the map feels to exist on like that. So you just have to wait until things come out. All right. Sorry, getting a drink of water. Yeah, Ron. Okay, good. I'm glad that I'm not completely crazy and some of my ideas about maps make sense. Yeah, I think that, yeah, if you tried Cold War and you didn't like it, I don't think that's a reason to not at least give this a try, especially with it being on Game Pass and stuff. If you do have the access to that, either on PC or console, it's definitely worth at least trying, because they've done a lot of stuff right that, yeah, again, has changed my mind. Even though I thought that I could just never like this, I thought I was going to have to go back to BO1 forever and never play new zombies, but like I gave this a try and it was like, it opened my eyes to a lot of things that I was not thinking about before. BO4 maps were great for visuals and story and stuff, but okay, yeah, I think that's an interesting way to put it. I'd have to think a lot about it. I've written like 3. So yeah, if anyone does watch all the videos and is waiting for the next one, I've had to write 3 different scripts for my BO4 retrospective, because I keep writing it and then not being happy with what I'm saying and thinking I'm not really conveying my ideas properly. Because I really want to get this right, because I do like the game a lot, and I don't want to just put out a video that doesn't properly give out a good defense for it. So it is taking a while to get that video out, but when it does come out, I think I have a lot to say about. They had. I think at the core of it, I think you're right, Ron. I think it's like, it's kind of the same thing as. Where it's like the opposite of Cold War, or I don't know, what am I trying to say? I think that it had good ideas but didn't execute them all the way. It's kind of the exact midpoint between Cold War and Black Ops 6 zombies and old zombies, and I think the problem is they didn't go far enough. Like, I think you can't go halfway. You can't have some of these new ideas and not completely change the gameplay loop, because then it just feels like, it doesn't feel like a full experience. So I think that when they go all the way in Black Ops 6, it is a better designed game than Black Ops 4. But for me, like when Black Ops 4 came out, I was seeing those ideas, and maybe I was a bit more generous in Cold War time, because at that time I was like, oh, I see where these ideas are going, and I do want to see how they play out. So yeah, maybe that's just where I was in life. It was 4 years apart, so I wasn't generous for them during Cold War's life cycle. But during Black Ops 4, I was more willing to say like, the ideas are good, even if the execution isn't all the way perfect. Oh, that's not the right way to go. Skylined, I'm doing well. How are you? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? How are you enjoying Black Ops 6 if you're playing it? Hot take is Infinite Warfare Zombies is actually quite good. I haven't played a ton, but I have chatted extensively with Stanley557, and he, just through sheer talking about it so much, he has convinced me that you're absolutely right. I want to go back and play it. It's kind of the same thing where it had its issues, but I think that especially I have played a ton of Zombies in Spaceland, and that's what really made me want to go play more. Because yeah, it is probably the best non-Treyarch game. I think pretty much everyone agrees on that. I do like World War II a lot as well, but I think that Infinite Warfare was definitely a great entry. And yeah, Ron, the perk system, I have almost no defense for. I see what they were trying to do, but that's one that I'm like, yeah, you have to... I think augments are what Black Ops 4 should have been from the start, and it's what it was leading to from the very beginning. But yeah, the way it's so harsh and so fixed in Black Ops 4, it's one of those ideas that you can't do halfway. So the fact that they did it halfway then, it didn't pan out perfectly. Yeah, the perks in Black Ops 4 are the one thing I will say, like, just does not work full stop. Like, most things I'll try and say, oh, there's a good idea there, or it kind of works in this situation, but yeah, perks just no. Have I played? Yeah, Connor, I did play the campaign. I absolutely love it. I think it might be my favorite Black Ops campaign, or Call of Duty campaign, maybe even, since like BO1. Like, I think this campaign is great. I love the way it doesn't really require knowledge of things like the Cold War campaign. Like, you can go into it as its own thing. I like that. Like, I think the zombie mission, there's actually, I guess, 2 zombie missions in it. They're both awesome. I think they both really take advantage of both the zombies ideas, and they actually feel like a campaign mission. They don't just feel like a thing you're sitting through, like a cutscene, a playable cutscene. They feel like actual gameplay. So yeah, I think the campaign in this game is fantastic. So in my video I said, like, from a zombies perspective, yeah, that's what the video is about. But at the start I threw in, like, if you want to just play a COD campaign, best in a couple years, I would absolutely pick this up. Yeah, so that is another thing. I kind of checked out of Call of Duty for a while in that, like, very ugly monetization era with all the loot crates and stuff. That really, like, rubbed me the wrong way, so I haven't looked into the monetization system for Infinite Warfare in a long time. So yeah, that I would believe that it was problematic and made a lot of things less fun. Enjoying BO6 so far. Hope they can build it. Yep, agree. I think we're all there. Yeah, I guess it could still go either way, but as long as they keep up the quality of, maybe even they don't have to go like all the way to Terminus. Even if they just make a couple more maps that are between the quality level of Terminus and Liberty Falls, this will still be a very good game. And yeah, the zombie mission, right? Like, it was the way you have to fight all the bosses, and they all like have their own unique mechanics. There were some parts of it that dragged, like fighting the Mimic I felt wasn't perfect, but I think that they definitely could expand that and make a full linear game if they wanted. BO4 with Cold War perks would have made it better than... that's an insanely controversial opinion, Ron, and I think I agree with you. I think that BO4 has the potential to compete with BO3. I do like BO3 a lot, but I think it gets overhyped in a lot of ways. I think it had its own flaws as well, which will get me canceled to say, but I do think that BO4 can compete with Cold War if you tie up a couple loose ends there. Yeah, Skyline. It can't just be nightmares. It has to be like an actual campaign designed for zombies. 100%, yeah. You can't half-ass it like that. Does this guy still exist? Did I? Oh yeah, okay. I thought I killed him with that I thought I only got one headshot there, but I was worried I killed him early. Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with the next map, because even just in terms of layout, I'm curious to see, is it going to be like tighter spaces? I doubt it, because again, the gameplay loop is designed for being able to move around a lot, but I'm curious to see if they play around with like map layouts at all. Oh no, don't laser beam. That's way too early. Get in the portal, dude. Oh, and then he's gonna charge and go the wrong way. This is so annoying. Okay. That worked. Okay, perfect. Yeah, the HVTs don't teleport. That's good game design, because you don't want them to get lost in any weird spots. Yeah, Ron, I appreciate the hidden compliment in that question. You know, it was interesting. So the story of my channel is I started posting videos back in 2021, I believe. I had the series in mind that I wanted to do from the start. Like, I didn't just want to be like a zombies YouTuber. Like, my goal was to do like a retrospective of every map in order that once that ends, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, because that was the only thing I ever wanted to do from the start. But that was my plan. Yeah, so I made the Noct one, and I did not blow up. I had like 5 views on those first couple of videos until I think Die Rise. Like, I think Die Rise was the first time. For some reason, that one just got picked up by the algorithm, and just everyone watched it. That got like 100,000 views in like a week, and that was like the most shocking experience of my life. Just getting ready to post the next video, and then suddenly I noticed that I have like 10,000x the views I usually have. But yeah, so I think that it was what made the channel work was the fact that I had all that backlog content. So if someone got the Die Rise video in the algorithm, they could go back and watch all the other ones, which I don't think are that good. Like, I think they have problems. I don't think I was good at editing or voiceover or scripting back then, but there was content there, and I think that's what really matters, is that there's stuff for people to watch. So, I mean, yeah, for a long time I was posting with no one watching, but I was just enjoying what I was doing. So I think that's what's important, and that's why I'm still posting, is because I just enjoy doing it, and I'd love to talk about these things either way. So yeah. Blaze Phase, I don't think I ever equipped it, but there's so many things that I never used in Black Ops 4, because you have to equip things before you go into a match, and for some things I just never did. And that's definitely a problem with the perk system. Like, that's my main problem, is that it's hard to experiment. So again, like Blaze Phase, I know what it does, but I've just never like really played around with it and really used it to its full extent. So that's like a major thing that I'm unhappy with the Black Ops 4 perk system. So yeah, it's a perfect example. Zay, do I think the majority of players, not just... I think, yeah, it's I wonder what they'll say, because I know for MW3 they released stats that were like, this is the most popular zombies mode ever, which a lot of people didn't like. But I think that MWZ did bring a lot of players into... Kieran, I don't know if you're still here, but once again I forgot the LTG at the first portal spot, which we talked about last time, that we just always do. But yeah, MWZ, Cold War to some extent, but I think it really was. MWZ brought a lot of new players into playing zombies. And so I think the more casual players, especially with directed mode out, I would have to imagine that I think those more casual players are getting exactly the experience they want. I think Yeah, I don't know for sure. I know that my friend who likes Cold War a lot, this is like his favorite game, maybe. So I think just anecdotally true. I hope they release data sometime, which they'll only do if it's like the most popular thing ever. But I hope that they do release that data because I think I do believe that people are probably enjoying this a lot. Make awesome retrospective series, make it the only thing I do. Yeah, pretty much. I've dropped a couple other videos outside the series just because I've had other ideas, but yeah, I don't know. The channel might end one day. I don't know what's gonna happen. Mercu, hello, thanks for coming. Don't worry about being late. Thank you for coming. This I might fail. You found me with 5. Interesting. You know, yeah, 5. Let me try and think. Well, my thing about 5 was it was just kind of like it was hard to play with your friends. That was my thesis for 5. I think I said Kino was more popular because 5 was a good map, but you had to be coordinated. You couldn't just go brain dead and chill. And I stand by that. I think I completely agree. I think that's a very good assessment. I'm so smart. I still agree with myself there. Thank you for sticking around for so long. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Jonesy, you're right. Yeah, sorry, yeah, I don't know if I explicitly stated that, but yeah, I think that that's the most important thing for any creator. I don't know if I'm the best to give YouTube advice, but if I was to give any, I think that that's 100% it. Like, just even if your first couple of videos don't perform amazing, learn something from them and then leave them up. Like, unless they're like, it's hard to think of oopsies. I can't think of a situation where a video would be bad enough that you should take it down. I think you're learning something with every video, and even if you don't think it's the best because you've learned that thing, you still should leave it up because people will still find just that very base product good in its own right. Like you said, you're your own harshest critic, so yeah, I think that's the key. That is really if I could think of a key, that's what I would say. Gabriel, you looked up my berry. Okay, yeah, I probably didn't really help you find any guide. Oh no, I need to get this. Yeah, I probably didn't teach you how to escape Pack-a-Punch, but what did I get there? Yeah, I'm gonna loop around and get my max ammo. Yeah, but I hope I taught you something about, you know, what Leroy does or something. I taught you something new there. Claw, when did I find confidence? You know what? Well, for one, I still don't have confidence. I think it was a fast process. My Noct video, it's hard that being the first video in a series because I find it hard to recommend to people. But I think pretty soon, like by Derice, I felt like I was confident both in my writing and my like conveying that verbally, like not just reading off the paper, but actually like sounding confident, like verbally. I think so. Yeah, I think that was a fast process, which again speaks to the fact that like again I had like 10 views at that point. No one was watching and no one was commenting saying it was good, but I was still learning and I was still like evolving. So I think that it was good enough for me, even if like I didn't get external validation. So yeah, that's just again another example of what I'm trying to say, where you can still get that confidence and still acquire those skills before the audience comes, and the audience will come once you have the skills. Ron, you found my channel while looking for... Oh, Ron, you're a game dev. Very cool. Have you, I don't know how long ago that was, but have you since made any progress on the game? What? Did anyone see how I just completely flipped 180 there? That was weird.
Guess that's one life down.
Roguelike survival. If you, I'm trying to think. Yeah, maybe if you have Twitter or Blue Sky, I just opened a Blue Sky account. But if you have that, you could, if you have like a demo or anything, or if you're still working on it at all, I would love to play anything. Always love a new roguelike. So Mercu, if you change the course of your channel, I was talking about if there's any reason to ever delete videos. The thing is, from what I understand about the algorithm, and again, no one actually knows how it works, and a lot of people will say they do. No one knows for sure. They just have tested a couple different things. From what I understand, I think even if you delete the old videos, it's still tough to swap like genres entirely. Like, because you'll still have those subscribers, and so the algorithm will still take them into account even if the videos don't exist. So I do think that even in that case, the solution might be to start a new channel. But if you don't do that, I would still leave the old videos up and just completely swap the channel branding and everything. I think deleting the videos doesn't really get you anything. It doesn't change your status in the algorithm at all. You need to find another series. So yeah, Jonesy, that's a good call. I do think that Black Ops 6 is a return to form, which we have talked about to death. So I'm not giving up on COD yet. But I do have a couple other things that I do want to talk about that, again, like I did the Metal Gear video, which got no views. And again, I'm not upset about that because I'm happy with some aspects of it. And I think that that's another game that I love and I like to talk about, and I do have a script ready for a sequel to that video. Even if no one watches it, I do want to put that up just for fun. So yeah, I do have other game series that I do like to talk about, and I doubt that the audience will translate, but the game design concepts still apply. So I think that there's still something to talk about there. And yeah, oh, is this not interactable? Did I just waste my key? Come on. Oh, I just gotta get the right angle at it. Oh, almost. No, sorry. I appreciate the compliment. Yeah, the streaming is not my forte. I've done a couple, and every time I feel like it's not as strong as it could be, but I appreciate that you're enjoying it. The algorithm is an eldritch god. Absolutely. It needs to be fed. Okay, so we have Easter egg ready. What else do we have to do? We have to just start getting random Easter eggs done. Okay, what can we do? We can do a couple power-ups. Yeah, that definitely is a Season 1 thing, baseball. I think you're right. I've never had that happen before. I hope that's fixed very soon. Okay, so if you want a max ammo, you're going to shoot right there. There you go. If you want, I got full power. I got max armor. I'm going to save the nuke for during exfil. Let's see, I've done bowling. Oh, I need a chopper gunner for... Can I? I don't think I can afford... Oh no! I prestiged, so I can't buy a chopper gunner, so I need to find one on the ground. Oh no. Or get one out of a trial, maybe? Okay, so this run might be cooked because I have to get a chopper gunner somehow. RNG. Okay, that's the goal for the run. Yes, I should do dance party. You're right. I didn't do it during the Easter egg step, so I can just literally do it whenever. You're so right. And yeah, I try to. So I don't have the akimbo pistols unlocked, or I would definitely use those. For the barrel of the dig site Easter egg. I tried with like a grenade or a launcher, and I just couldn't get the timing right. Or the angle, maybe. I don't know what it was I was doing wrong. But yeah, I think I definitely want to try and get a chopper gunner if possible. This probably won't go gold. I'm not spending nearly enough time in here. Okay. Sorry, yeah, Ron, I do see that you put your game. I'm gonna read it in a second. Sorry, just trying to finish this thing. But I am interested to see the two different games you're working on. I have dabbled, like I have Unity on my computer, and I have dabbled in making some 2D games, but nothing releasable. Just like a couple like very basic, like just one mechanic to them. But that's something I want to do because I have a lot of thoughts about game design, and I talk a big talk about like what developers should do. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here in my comfy chair, not actually doing anything. So I would like to get some more experience there, but I just don't have the time.
Extraction is
Okay.
ready when you are, Alpha.
All right, so we got a new round. We can do the dance party. Good call.
Oh dear, oh.
Oh yeah, during the Terminus Easter egg, you're right. Yeah, I do always bring a chopper gunner into the boss fight because the one you can always do Deadwire. Deadwire is the first thing you unlock, so you can always build the Wonder Weapon even after you prestige because it's a level 0 unlock. So I do think that that's. I wonder if it's going to limit what they can do. Like in future Easter eggs, are they going to like not have steps where you have to use Ether Shroud because you... Did I not do that right? That's annoying. I'll do it next round. Yeah, like things like they won't be able to do steps like that because you just can't, like you wouldn't be able to do the Easter egg for 30 levels, right? So it does kind of limit what you can do with this more loadout based system. Yeah, every Easter egg is just, every step is only gonna have to use like stuff you can have at level 0. And I guess side Easter eggs, they can do stuff like on here, there's a side Easter egg to use napalm. So like for side Easter eggs, it's not as strict, but I do think that it's gonna limit what they can do slightly. Like they're never gonna be able to make you use Shadow Rift for an Easter egg step, unfortunately. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if you could if there was one step that needed box luck, if the box wasn't too bad. Chopper gunner, please, friend. Chopper gunner, chopper gunner. Literally nothing. You're worthless. And yes, yeah, Ron, so that's kind of the perspective I try and take, is that I'm not like, I'm very much not saying I could do what Treyarch does any better. 100%. There's zero chance I could do what any of those talented people do. What I try and say is I try and phrase it like, this particular thing didn't come across in the final product. It just, they tried their best, and no faulting them for that, but it just, as a consumer, it's not the right experience. So I try and phrase it like that, because yeah, you can criticize if you haven't actually done the thing. I totally agree with that. Yeah, Mercury, that's a good call. They could make it, yeah, you're totally right. For ammo mods, yes. For field upgrades, no, which they haven't done. Like, there's nothing that requires a field upgrade yet. But, like, Dark Flare seems perfect for something like that, and I guess you could just temporarily give it to the player, like a SAM trial kind of thing. So yeah, I guess, yeah, there are options. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't completely shut it out of the possibility. Where are the rest of the power? Oh, I wanted to do the dancing, and I will try doing left one first. And if I have an abomination, we will be able to see him dance too. Okay. Okay. No, I'm surprised. Okay. Maybe that was low? It did seem a little low. No, this is taking too long. I don't think it's working. Oh, yay, there we go. Amazing. Okay, so Gabriel, you were right. It does seem like left one is first. Okay. Vermin, I forgot that vermin don't like it. Oh, and abominations don't either. Okay, I was wrong. I thought I saw a an abomination dancing, but I was mistaken. But everyone else is having fun. Look at this. Look at these guys. And if we have a mangler anywhere, they are dancing too. That one's confirmed. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. And then I guess I can just start executing these guys. They will not fight back. Perfect. Okay, we are making some good progress here. I'm just worried about the double points thing, to be honest. That's the only thing I'm struggling with. Okay. Yeah, let's run around and get all the other drops this round. And then I still have the blood pool too, that's right. That's what I'm really worried about. Okay. I can use my mutant injection. Or do I just send the Easter egg? I think I go probably pretty soon. Just get that out of the way so we can have that done and do some new stuff. As someone who hasn't played Cold War... Okay, so let me think. So jet gun cables and beam smasher and hard drive. Yeah, I'm trying to think. So my group only got stuck. I agree that the quests were easy to solve, which I think is good. Like, it did take us thought, but it wasn't like it took the whole community 2 weeks to solve. So I think a lot of people are unhappy with the balance of difficulty of the Easter eggs in this game. I think it's probably the right level, maybe like a tiny bit harder, but not that much. Because yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat. We solved most of the quests ourselves. We did get Liberty Falls completely blind because I knew that in transit, I knew what the jet gun was made of, so I knew that we needed wires. So we just tried to find somewhere where there would be wires on the map. We just kind of got lucky there. And then Terminus, we needed hints for the hard drive. Agreed, and the key card as well. We didn't know that the key card was down in the water. We had to find that. How to know the map? To be completely honest, I have no idea how I made that connection, but I was just like, I think we tried the Abomination first. That's what it was. We remembered the Forsaken quest where you had to get the Abomination to charge at the wall and knock the antenna down. And we were like, we tried the Abomination doing that and that didn't work, but we were thinking, okay, what if a different special enemy has to do something? So we just did the same thing. Like, you don't even need a Mangler cannon. If you just have a Mangler shoot it by dodging out of the way, it works. So that's what we actually did our first time. You found the key card by accident because you were avoiding damage. Nice. It counts, yeah. You did it. And yeah, I think, agreed. I don't think, a lot of people are wanting them to be a bit harder, but it's very easy to go too far so that normal people like me can't solve it. And I don't want them to do that. You can use all of I thought you had to do it up there where the perk is. I didn't realize you could use all this space. I'm going to do it right now. But yeah. Yeah, I think that if they just stick with the difficulty now, I'm honestly happy, because they could go harder and just say directed mode is for the easier guided experience, but I like the experience of figuring it out on my own. Because I landed outside, I didn't get any of those kills. Cool, cool, cool. I don't think this is gonna work out, friends. Let's see. Sorry, I will read the BO4 message in a second. Ooh, insta-kill would be nice for this. Not leave any crawlers. Okay, okay, okay. Sorry, running. Yeah, I'm not gonna get gold again. This is so annoying. I have almost never failed a challenge unless it's the, like, LDVR one. But now I'm just completely choking. Okay. Let me see. Can I get one more in? Yay! Did it. Amazing. Okay. Let's see, let's see. I haven't gone to Black Ops 4 yet. How did it feel about the... So yeah, I think, like you're talking about things like, I guess the catalysts are always appearing pretty much all the time in the, like, Chaos maps, which I love. I love having zombie variety. I know a lot of people complain about things like the they just want normal zombies, which, yeah, like you said, you like the classic feel in the low rounds. I honestly like having some variety even early. I do think that, like, I liked all the chaos maps and I never had a problem with the, yeah, it's not worth. Never had a problem with the amount of spam, and then when you have, like, things like 9 with the gladiator, and yeah, no, I like it. I like having the variety. Oh, that's an interesting idea, though, the way that you can kind of scale it more and more so that, like, yeah, it's tough because most players will never get to round 50, so that they'll just never see that enemy. You have to imagine, like, remember that even if you feel like a casual Zombies fan, there is someone way more casual than you. There are people who exfil every game at like 16. They never see those high rounds. So they are designing the game to some extent for those people. But as a hardcore fan, I would love that idea of a super varied map that gets crazier and crazier as the rounds go on. For me personally, I would love that. I think that's a great idea. I understand why they wouldn't do it. And Dead of the Night is the king. Yes, I agree. I think Dead of the Night might be my favorite BO4 map, and the enemy variety is a big part of that. And the way that there's side quests to deal with each individual enemy, so there's so much content that actually feels useful.
Too soon?
Okay, I'll go one more round, pack this to 3, and then we'll run the boss fight real quick. And yeah, that should be easy enough. So yeah, Ron, creating content that some people will never see as a core component in my game design. Dark Souls, yes. I've read, I don't know if you have, as a game dev, I 100% recommend it. Speaking not game dev to game dev, I mean, you are a game dev, so you should do it. I'm an aspiring game dev. The book by Spelunky, by Derek Yu, his book on how he made Spelunky is like the best game design resource I've ever read. I watch all the GDC talks, I watch like videos and stuff, but as like a long form essay, his book on the creating of Spelunky is like my favorite game dev piece of media ever. And in that he talks a lot about how like there's a level in Spelunky that you can only see if you do like a certain Easter egg on every single level and beat like the game on the hardest possible settings and everything. And so like he knows that like 0.1% of people will ever see that. And he says the exact same thing, that like he put as much time into that level as he did with on the very first level. Like the level where everyone spawns, he put the same amount of work into that as he did to the end boss, like impossible Easter egg kind of thing. So yeah, I agree with that sentiment. I think that like every part of the game should be crafted with care for sure. Sounds like a more controlled Beast from Beyond pool. Yeah, Beast from Beyond kind of just like threw everything at you. It didn't really think too much about it. I think we're talking, yeah, definitely do that, but in a more very intentional way. Baseball, you just got your first fire sale. Yeah. I mean, I never hit the box, so the fire sale only spawns in the rotation after the box moves. So, I mean, the amount of times I've hit a, you know what, I'm gonna drop this, do one more Easter egg real quick.
No time for that stealthy shit.
So we look in these cars, there's 3 of these cars on the map, only one of them at a time will have the Mr. Peaks inside them. And if you shoot it, let me get a better angle on it actually. If you shoot the one specifically with Mr. Peaks on it, it will drop a gun. Sometimes it's a jet gun, but not always. So sometimes it just gives you like a random gun. It's not the most reliable Easter egg, but you can get a jet gun out of it, so it is worth at least giving it a try. What do I want to do? I wanted to do this. Connor, what other hobbies do I have? Let me think. I mean, it's hard to think right now because these past couple months, or not, past couple weeks have been nothing but BO6, so that's tough. But other than that, I mean, honestly, editing does take up a lot of my time, so that's I count that as a hobby. But other than that, I mean, it feels like a job interview. I play hockey. What do I do? I read books like a educated individual. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm kept, because I'm so inefficient and my video making process is so disorganized, a lot of the free time I have goes toward making videos, which I'm not complaining about, but I think that it doesn't always come across in the final product. I think that my videos definitely leave something to be desired, but I do put a lot of time into them regardless. So I don't have much of a life. That's really my thing. Unfortunately, as sad as it seems. Yeah, that is the worst question in an interview. Yeah, no. Just I want the job. You don't need to do it. You don't need to know what I do after the job. Let me do the job. That's all you need to know. Oh, I can't pack yet. No, I have not Melee Macchiato the vending machine yet. I'm waiting until I finish the Easter egg and get the Perkaholic. Just so I don't have to buy it, because I'm cheap like that. Okay, I'm gonna buy stamina, and then mid-round we're gonna do the boss fight, and then we will be able to clean up everything else after that. Baseball Man, I think your message got cut off. You're only using the box because... Are you hitting for Wonder Weapon at all? Or are you just building it every time? Okay. I don't know if anyone's been around long enough to remember if I got all the other ones, but I think this is the last figure, so once we get this, we should go Aetherella mode and easily clear the boss fight. If not, it might be harder than I expect, but we'll see. Ron, talk to you later. Thanks for sticking by. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no problem if you don't have a demo or anything. Just excited to talk about it. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good rest of your night. Oh, baseball, you were spinning the box because you had nothing better to do. Yeah, that's also valid, yeah. I mean, if you want all your perks and all your guns upgraded, you do have a lot of points to spend. Like, you can stay busy until, like, round 40-ish. But, yeah, if you just want one gun and that's really it, like, you can probably top out at what? Like, I mean... Yeah, round 30. If I had not been running 2 guns, I would have been able to top up at round 30 or 25 now and have nothing else to do. So yeah, just spinning the box because you have nothing better to do, very fair. Since you started watching vids, you moved into a house? Oh, congratulations. Government job. That's, I hear that's stable work at least. If it's not, I don't know if it's exciting, depending on your field. Could be interesting, could be not, could be desk job, but at the very least, you got that stability. Don't do much other than COD. Honestly, fair. There's a lot of people like that. I mean, it's a good game. There's lots to do. BO6 is packed full of content. Do you, Connor, do you tend to play, like, I know you asked about campaign, so yeah, you play that. Do you play multiplayer at all, or are you zombies focused? Because I think I've played like 1 hour of, 1 hour of gameplay. Like, I have not played almost any multiplayer at all. Last time I really committed to a Call of Duty multiplayer was probably Black Ops 1. Like, I just have not. I played like a bit with friends, but I have never like really prestiged or gone into any multiplayer for 10, 12 years. I just find that maybe I'm just getting old now, especially, and I just can't keep up. Okay. I'm not gonna activate the Easter egg, but there is one more Easter egg in the church. I will activate it after the boss fight is done, so I don't kill myself with it. But it's possible this boss fight can be easier. I just don't know how to use it the best. You can put like a fire trap like from Kino in the middle of this room. And if it works well, it definitely is worth it. It's just a matter of optimizing it properly, having the right augments and everything. White Cliff Games video make houses affordable. I wish I made my own area's house more affordable. I need to watch my own videos more, I guess. Yeah, I I am currently renting. Houses are insane. Real estate, am I right, fellas? Is the jet gun any good for manglers? I know it does some damage, but does it? It just doesn't seem like it would really work. Just looking at the gun, so I don't know if it's actually a good idea. Someone who's liked. Okay, so yeah, I'm not really a fan of the Modern Warfare style gameplay. I know like they're all using the same engine, so it's a little silly to say an Infinity Ward COD versus a Treyarch COD. Like, they're not as different as people say they are. But even still, like, I feel like the past couple Modern Warfare games just haven't been my thing. Do you think it's different enough from, like, Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, that I should try it out? I know Omni Movement is obviously a game changer. How's the, like, time to kill? I feel like it was super fast in those games. Like, I was getting like one-shot headshot without even seeing anyone. I don't know, I just felt, again, I'm just bad. Like, it is a problem with myself, but I just felt like I was getting completely outclassed. Okay. Okay, I did do it right. Perfect. Melee best for manglers? Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. You can, if you upgrade Melee Macchiato and everything and have a max tier melee, I'm pretty sure even at health cap it always can insta-kill if you aim right. Oh, you mainly play multiplayer. Interesting. Okay. No, that's very valid. It's just a whole different side of the community that I am not as familiar with. Prestige 2, yeah, I'm at Prestige 2 as well, congrats. Yeah, I do like S&D, like, I do enjoy Search and Destroy. Like, if I'm playing something like, I do play Counter-Strike, like, CSGO, like, I will play a quicker time-to-kill shooter if I know that's what I'm getting into. I just, like, I'm gonna be, like, silver ranked, like, I'm not gonna be good, but I can enjoy that. So I do like S&D a lot. I think it's an interesting, and I can like work through some of my mistakes. I can kind of work past how bad I am by positioning myself well. Like, it feels more tactical. So I can, even though I'm bad at aiming, I can still like get behind someone and do something smart to overcome it. Oh no, I think I'm done. Oh, I was hoping I would be able to get the Abomination too. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Time to kill feels longer, movement feels good. Okay. Spawns can be terrible. I mean, I've heard that a lot of the maps are very small, so that would probably contribute to it, right? I mean, it's hard to like make spawns work on a map that's just absolutely tiny. Most fun with Domination. Domination was always my thing back in BO1. I loved Domination because I feel like I knew where people would spawn, and maybe that's not the case in this game if spawns are bad, but like being able to 2-cap and know like where you could spawn trap people, that was always very fun. Made me feel smart. There's my Dying Wish. Yep, they still didn't fix that. It still wastes your Dying Wish use.
Alpha team, how copy? Somebody tell me what just happened. Any station disconnect.
Having the same engine doesn't really translate. That's true. Yeah, I mean, all COD games are technically on the same engine at the end of the day, so they do feel very different within that. I don't know the right exact word. I just feel like maybe it's just placebo effect, but like when I play it, I feel the difference between an IW game and a Treyarch game. Okay, we did Aetherella. Let's see, what else can we do? What else can we check off here? We will continue for sure. I am still worried about that chopper gunner. We did the Easter egg. We did the Easter egg song. Oh, we're making some progress here.
Where's the ladder?
Okay. If this dropped me a chopper gunner, that would be very nice. Let's see. It did not. Let's see, what else can we do? Yeah, okay. Maybe not. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Overall, love me the game. Hope they bring bigger maps. Yes. Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people are saying. I don't know if a lot of the Warzone people are actually complaining today now that Warzone launched. A lot of people are unhappy with something. I don't know. I feel like, no offense to anyone, but I feel like I always, not anyone like just who plays Warzone, but all like the big Warzone content creators, I feel like they're always mad about something. So I don't know how real it is to how seriously I should take their concerns, but multiplayer, yeah, I've heard good things. Most people literally just want bigger maps. Oh, yeah, Mercury, that's really clever. I had never thought about that, but that is a really interesting way of looking at it. I love little like metatextual touches like that, so if they did that intentionally, that's cool. Like they said, you didn't like operators, so we'll lock them in the dark ether. You'll never have to see them again. You'll never have to deal with it again. You know, I've never thought about it that way genuinely, but that is a cool idea. Okay, we did the second trick there, which is, oh, we actually got a perk out of that, which we don't need. Okay, so yeah. If you didn't know, you can melee macchiato the vending machine, but you will never be able to lose it again. Okay, let's check that off. Okay. We did the max ammo. We're still not, we haven't done the double points yet. We could do the insta-kill. Let's do that. We did the max armor. Did the full power. And we're going to do the nuke at exfil. Okay, so yeah, honestly, we really are just... Is there any chance I went up like 30 levels? No, level 45 for a chopper gunner. Okay. Oh boy. So we are... Everyone pray for a chopper gunner, please. But in the meantime, we can get a free insta-kill. Oh, I got a near death. Yes! Huge. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this is going fairly well other than my silly mistake of prestiging. I knew that this would be very doable, getting all the Easter eggs done in a single game, because, again, to go back to what we were saying at the start, like, none of them are big things like Terminus. Terminus has multiple quests where you have to travel through like 3 rounds doing something each round. There's nothing like that here, so I do think Terminus's run will be more interesting when I do that. But I am glad that the concept is proven. It's possible to do. And then, yeah. I don't know if I checked that Mangler carefully enough to make sure that he didn't drop what I needed. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Okay, okay, we got this. The other one also did. We have 2 chopper gunners. Amazing. Okay. Alright, so this is what I was worried about. So yeah, perfect. So we just need to blow up that barrel with a chopper gunner. That barrel with a chopper gunner. Okay.
Get me a chopper gunner on my location.
I think that's easy enough. Yeah, it's done. Right? Yeah, I think it's gone. So yes, yeah, Mercu, that's a very big call out, and for the integrity of the prestige system, it's, you know, it's like, it's not as punishing as it used to be, which, and some people wanted it to be very punishing. But for what it is, let me just make sure I got this. Yes, okay. Okay, so we chopper gunner, we got the shovel, and now we can go dig up dig sites, which I will do at the end of this round. But yeah, the way that you can keep, I assume like by the time we get to like season 3 and 4, every weapon will have at least one blueprint in the battle pass. So prestiging basically won't matter except for like field upgrades and zombies. And I guess for multiplayer people, it'll be perks and things like that. So weapons wise, 100%. Yeah, it's, and I like that. I'm going through the prestige system, but I don't want to never be able to use what I want. Especially with the loadout system in zombies, it just doesn't feel as built for the prestige system, so it doesn't bother me too much. Very true. Yeah, I think it's, I mean, yeah, that is how that conversation started. I think that I probably will unlock. Will I unlock Chopper Gunner? It doesn't feel absolutely necessary except for this very specific situation. Like, they drop enough and like you don't need it until the end of the game, so it's not too bad to not have it unlocked. I'll probably will focus on upgrading field upgrades more than anything, but that is something to consider. Ben, so yeah, no, I'm not doing Terminus after this one. I'm gonna have to take a break. I'm gonna have to, that's gonna have to be another stream maybe next week. Same time next week, Friday again, I think. Because I need to, I mean, I think I know pretty much everything that's been discovered, but I just, I need to practice. I think that one's gonna be harder to do because you have to get more stuff done at a lower round. So it's going to have to be optimized a bit. I want to try at least one practice run before I do it live. I'm sure a better player could do it just instant, just looking up the list and going for it, but I would probably die like an hour in and waste everyone's time. So I'm going to try and know what I'm doing a little bit first. But this has been fun. Skyline, yeah, that's another interpretation based on the the achievement name, yeah, and what Panos says. I mentioned in my video, I hope that they don't go full chaos now, because it would just kind of feel like nostalgia bait. Like, it had its chance. Like, as much as I liked the story and I would love to see chaos have continued in BO4, I worry that it's too late now. That story kind of like had its chance, and bringing it back now just wouldn't feel honest. But like, if they can handle the elements that they do bring in tastefully, I'm happy. I just hope they do it right. As I said in the video, like, it could go either way for me still. Okay, I might have to genuinely pause and pull up a video to figure out how to do this freaking double points. Okay, I might actually do that. Here, let me bring you over to my browser and we will see what we have to do here. All right, can you still see? Perfect. Oh no, you're gonna know my algorithm. Oh no. Liberty Falls free power-ups. Okay. Okay, so he goes to the churchyard. What is he even aiming at? Okay, so it's like the bottom corner of the X there. Interesting. Is there a better video that shows me where exactly I should be looking? Yes, this is what I'm looking for. Making sure you can still see me. Yes, okay. Oh, this is even worse. He's just not showing me anything. Oh no. No. Does anyone know what I'm supposed to be doing here? Okay. Maybe Dalek. We trust Dalek. And he'll have nice timestamps too. Am I crazy, or does he not list double points here? Oh no. Why is this the hardest Easter egg to find? Okay. 8 power-up locations. Oh. Oh no. Okay. This is insane. Just no one knows how to actually do this. People just aim at the... Okay. Okay. Interesting. I saw a video of someone actually shooting the correct thing, so I know that there is a model on the water tower that you have to shoot specifically. Okay. Yeah, so the Sentinel artifact, yeah, the Terminus Easter egg. So it's interesting. In the moment, I was like, oh, I found it. Oh, yes. Do you see it? Do you see it right there? Double points. We got it. Okay. Yeah, so in the moment, like when that cutscene played, I was like, oh, this is sick. Love. Thing I know. But then I was worried thinking about it more and more. Like, it's just, like I said in the video, like, I kind of got disillusioned with the MCU after, like, Infinity War era. And so I was just like, I don't want that to happen with Zombies. Zombies has always been goofy and, like, super original, and they never do the same thing twice. And I want that to always be the case. So I hope that, I know the writers know what they're doing. I trust them. So, yeah. We'll have to see. We don't know. I'm probably super negative, but I bet it's gonna be fine. Okay, I'm gonna try this from the roof of the bank so I don't mess this up.
Talking sticky.
I worried those landed on the outside of the pool, and I threw them too far. Oh, there we go. It worked. Perfect. I thought it didn't do the orb that I thought it would, which is odd. I saw that in a video. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they changed it. I don't know. Weird. I thought maybe that's only for the fire sale. That's also a possibility. So the thing is, with the, I stand by the fact that the BO4 Aether maps, they're not the same maps. Like, they're very different. I mean, they could be more different. They could be, like, not the same map at all. But I think every single one of them does something that the original map doesn't. Like, they're always a different spawn point or a new area or something. And in a way, for me, it feels like the difference between, like, a remake and a remaster. Like, you know, like Silent Hill 2. Like, you have the HD collection, which is just an exact port of the game. And that I don't respect as much. But the new Silent Hill 2 is like, it tells a different story in a very subtle way. Like, it's kind of a meta-narrative about how all the fans have been waiting all these years. And like there's a lot of stuff going on in that remaster so that it's not just the same game again. And I think that's where the BO4 maps fall, is that they did enough different that to me it feels like an intentional commentary on those old maps as opposed to just lazy do the same map again. Okay. We can also do this real quick. So we have Napalm Burst on our gun. We just light all the candles in the church. And then these pools of fire will start spawning around on the floor. Yeah, there's one. So the zombies aren't drawn to them or anything, but it will kill them if they run over them. But it will also kill me, I believe. Oh, maybe not? Let me get a better angle of it. Yeah, I think it will. Okay. Oh no. Oh no! Okay, that's fine. Taylor! Hello again! Yes, I told you to be on the lookout for a new video. Yeah, yeah, it is a big week. You're right. I don't know if you've seen it, but I hope you enjoyed the video if you have. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't go live as much, specifically because I know people are mostly here for the videos, so I don't want to, like, put a notification in everyone's feed if it's not going to be a scripted, high-quality video. I don't just want to waste people's time. But now that there's a video people can watch, I don't feel as bad about, like... I feel like if people like the video, they can come here and talk about it. So I think it's actually cool to go live, like, a bit after. So that's, yeah. That's kind of what the plan is. Not the super strict plan, but I do think that that works for me best, is that I don't, you know, like, make everyone who doesn't care about the streams annoyed, but people can still tune in and we can hang out, talk about all the cool stuff.
Time for you, you lucky undead bastard.
I do actually have a question. I will get to the chat questions in a second about Chaos, but for the people that are here, because these are probably a couple of the people who will be watching the streams, does everyone want to see a more BO6 streams? Because that seems like the easy choice. But I also have a couple BO3 custom maps I want to do. So I'm curious to see if anyone has any interest in all in going back to older games. Just for the streams. Like, the videos will still follow their usual pattern of going to BO4 next. But does anyone have any interest in seeing BO3 stuff, or is everyone, like, hard focused on BO6, and that, like, maybe in 6 months you'll care about that, but with all the new maps and stuff, everyone just wants to see the new stuff? Just curious. I can go either way for sure. And then... Yes, yeah, Ben, I said the exact same thing in my video. I totally agree. I hope that when Chaos... I hope that the inclusion of Chaos means they start doing some real crazy stuff again. I don't care too much about preserving the integrity of the Dark Aether story, like, as a very grounded military campaign. Like, that's just... It's never been my thing. Zombies has always been cool to me because it doesn't feel like Call of Duty, so to have, like, operators and stuff like that, not even in, like, the monetization sense of the word, just, like people who are on a strike team and do, like, military work. That's never been as interesting to me as the crazier Chaos stuff, so I do hope they include that again. Okay, people are saying they'd watch some BO3. Awesome, yeah, I will do that. I have a couple... I don't know, I feel like most of the, like, main maps I've probably, with my videos and with every other video on YouTube that ever exists, I think people have probably seen enough of those, but I do have a couple really cool custom maps that I have been having a lot of fun with. The new Mob of the Dead custom map is coming out, remastered. I'm interested to see what they do there. And then, yeah, there's a couple original ideas that I have been having a lot of fun with in the background of my BO6 time. Okay. So I think I have a strategy here. So if I buy this, does the Semtex drop on the ground? No, it doesn't. Okay, so my strategy doesn't work. Okay. Upsetting. So I can't buy Semtexes. It's just impossible. Yucko. Jesus, hello. I don't know if you chatted before. I missed it if you have. Welcome back to the stream. Oh, Taylor, you've been going back and doing BO3. Nice, yeah. You said hour. Are you playing co-op? Have you done everything else in order? Are you trying to do, like, the super Easter egg or anything, or do you have that unlocked from forever ago and you're just doing it for fun? Skyline, yeah, you played the demo. I actually didn't play the demo of the mob. I'm waiting for the full release later this month, so I'm excited to see how that goes. 4 players in order, that's hype. That's super hype. I was gonna say, so yeah, Revelations for me, everyone laughs at me when I say this, Revelations for me was the hardest Easter egg to complete, just because I was doing it solo and no megas. So the boss fight specifically was I found it very difficult. Like Gorod, everyone says Gorod is the hardest. It was a bit of a challenge, but I had way more trouble with the, this isn't going to open in time, with the Revelations boss fight. But yeah, if you have 4 players and you all know what you're doing, I think you're pretty good. Jesus, yeah, I remember that. That was Doris, I think. Yeah, we were playing a Doris reclassified custom map. Yes, yeah, I remember all the book talk. Yeah, which I said is fair. I have now, I think I've given up. I do still want to. I think at that point I was reading like the 2nd book. I've now read all of the first 4, up to, so the first 3 are kind of Paul Atreides' story. And then the 4th one is they skip like 10,000 years into the future to talk about his like child who lives forever. And yeah, I've definitely fallen off. I haven't read the 5th one yet, even though I read the 4th one a long time ago. So that might be my stopping point. It's it got weird. It got weird. I want to read the last couple, but it's going to be a tough decision. Oh, you played all the updates? Okay. Yeah, I do like Blood a lot, but I do think that it's a very different map than Mob, which is weird to say for a map that takes place on the same map as Mob, but I do think that it's a different kind of experience, so it's valid to want that experience again, I think, and a custom map is the perfect place to do that. Okay. What are we waiting for? We are waiting for Semtexes. I think that's literally all we have left to do. And if I don't do it, honestly, I will still count this as a success if I can exfil, because, like, we didn't get the fire sale, which you get after 3 Semtexes, but I did get the, I mean, I got the pool Easter egg. I think that, I count it for myself. You might not, but you are not the boss of me. Yeah, I think they're closing in on having every single map, right? Like, I'm trying to think of a map that's not currently on Black Ops 3. The Buried Remaster, I am following that one a bit. That's not out yet, but I know that there's good progress on that. Obviously, there's a Transit, there's a Die Rise, that's a very famous one. It's interesting to say. Some of them, I do think that most of them are better in their original game. Even, and I don't, like, this is not a dig on custom creators, because I think that most of the Zombies Chronicles maps are better in their original game. Even though they play with, like, better graphics and stuff, I do think that I enjoy playing the older maps. Like, I enjoy playing the original Doris more than I enjoy playing the Giant, like, everything like that. So, but I think that just having that option for people is great, so I'm not complaining about that at all.
Sorry, Alpha. Exfil healers needed elsewhere.
Yeah, Taylor, I mean, obviously it's a money thing, like, I don't know what exact specs you need to run BO3, but it's an investment, but I think if you have the disposable income and you're going to use the computer anyway, I think that BO3 customs are one of the best things that happened to me after getting my computer. My PC, I was able to play a lot of cool stuff. I am a fan of, like, honestly, like, as much as I want people to do new stuff, like, I'm a fan of remasters, I'll play that. Pretty much every custom map does something interesting. I do enjoy the whole workshop. Watch the movies? Yeah, okay, yeah. That sounds good. They're great movies. They don't do any of the craziest stuff, so I think that is a good way to experience it. And no, I have not. I think you mentioned this last time as well, Stormlight Archives, and it is on my list. I do like a high fantasy book, but I have not. I've not dived in yet. I will get there one day. Right now I'm weeding. Right now I'm weeding. I'm reading Walden by Henry David Thoreau. It's a very different kind of book than I've read in a little while. It's like a... Oof, that was just a silly mistake. It's a like a non-fiction story about a guy in the early 1900s who's just like, I hate technology and modern society, which from now, like, modern society doesn't feel modern for us, but for him it was too much, and he yeah, Walden, exactly. Yeah, he lives in a cabin out in the woods and just documents like how much he is appreciating nature and how like men struggle with identity and stuff. It's a interesting book. I do recommend it. Okay. If I'm gonna be dying this badly, I think I might exfil at the next exfil point. I also have no idea what the high round strategy is. Like, I know people are camping in the over by the lanes, leaving the one door shut, which I obviously can't do anymore. So yeah, I think at a certain point I'm just gonna not be able to compete with these guys. Okay. Oh, it takes a while to put away, though. That's a little annoying. Sorry, Mercu, yeah, I missed this message, but yeah, I did play Darius Declassified. I played it, I think it was like the second stream I ever did. I did that live. It's a cool little map. I did the Easter egg, I failed the boss fight live, but I then later that night went back and did it and posted it on Twitter because I was so embarrassed that I failed it. No, that's a cool little Easter egg. I like that it's like someone who obviously loves zombies and made it fit in canon and everything. Like it's a cool idea, and I liked seeing, like, it was a cool little Easter egg. I think that's one of the best custom zombies Easter eggs that I've personally played. Oh, you know what? I did not know. I thought Sanderson was just Stormlight Archive, so I made the same mistake. I thought it was just, they were all, that's just what the books were. But, okay, so if you want to just read like a single narrative, it's not, you don't have to get invested in everything. That does ease my mind a little bit. Starting to get into a goofy amount of Mangler's territory. Purple. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, him and Stephen King. I mean, everyone says it, but I don't know how both of those guys get out that much content. I mean, like, I am trying to write like a, let me think, let me pull up how long my script is, how long my BO4 script is. I think it's like 10,000 words right now. I don't know if that seems right. I might just be making a random guess, but like that is taking me like 5 months. So the fact that these guys can write like a 1,000,000-page book like in 8 months, I don't know how they do it. If I see another chopper gunner, I'll use mine to speed these things up, but I just want to keep this for exfil because it will get ugly if not. Okay, Final Empire is the first in the series, but you can read it as a standalone. Okay. Sounds good, yeah. So is it in the Stormlight Archive series, or is it its own thing somewhere else in the whole canon? Mistborn, yes, that's the other one. Yeah. Okay. Let's do some trap runs here. I don't need points for anything. Ooh, Snow Crash is good. I'm trying to think. Yeah, when was the last time I read it? Not super recently, so yeah, you'll have to let me know if that stands the test of time. I think it's I bet it does. I think that's a quality little piece of literature.
Well, that's just good, clean fire, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's been too long for me. I don't know if I could have an in-depth discussion. I don't remember being too disappointed by the ending, but it probably just has been too long. What do you want? Oh, curious. I guess I'm right on this hill. I can do that. Ooh, Purple Tiger, but I think this gun needs parasite kills, so I'm not gonna be making any gold progress with this today. Oh, you know what? I don't remember that, but that does not sound ideal. So, fair enough. Okay, that's enough said. Yeah, I'm just an idiot. If Sam tells me to do something, I'm gonna do it. She gave me a PhD trial at like 17 this game, and I was at like 1 HP multiple times. But I will do it every single time. And I like that. I like that. I don't know if that's just a psychological issue with me, but I like that, like, even if you get comfortable with the high rounding, like, there's still that stuff to get you to trip up and kill yourself, because I think the game should be hard in a fair way, and this is very fair, because it's like you're choosing to do it, so it's the, I mean, like, it's your fault if you die, which I think is a cool way to implement it.
Why haven't we been doing this the whole time?
Okay. How are we doing? One more round? One more round to exfil. And if we fail the exfil, all this time has been wasted. It's been fun hanging out, but if we fail the exfil, I have not done a 100% run. Maybe I'll retry this when they fix the bug with the crafting table, but right now it's not my fault that I couldn't get the fire sale, so I'm gonna count it as a win for me. I have enough salvage, like, there's no execution to it. I could have done it if they just let me do it, so... Listen, it's not my fault. I'm not gonna go to round 50 and wait for 9 Semtex drops. I'm sorry. You can unsubscribe if you need. Jet gun non-believers? Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know if it's fair to call them jet gun non-believers, because, like, they were absolutely right. The jet gun was not good in BO2. That's, like, I think my transit video is the most negative I've been on a, zombies. Like I said earlier, I try and be positive and say, like, I know they're trying their best and stuff like that. Transit, I've told this story before, but when BO2 came out and we played Transit, that was like the last time I played with that group of friends. I had a group of friends that I played BO1 zombies with for like 4 years straight, and when we played Transit, those guys just like hated it so much that they stopped playing zombies forever. So I have a very personal reason to, like, I don't really hold it against the map in a lot of ways, but it's impossible to separate those negative feelings of, like, this being the map that killed my friend group. So I can see the good that they were trying to do, but, like, yeah, Transit for me is just a sore spot where I just, like, I'll still defend it when it deserves it, but I'm not as fair as maybe I could be. Yeah, Transit, like, going back, I do have a lot of fun on Die Rise. I think that it had some good ideas, but at the time when we were just like, what, 13 or 15 or something, playing Transit and then Die Rise, when it came out, like, they were just like, this is not the series I want to play anymore. Yeah, I remember the hype for Transit was unreal too, like, because it was following up on the Moon Easter egg. Everyone, like, we went to that same friend group. We went to the midnight release together. We like got the when they still did like stuff at GameStop for the disc version of the game. That's how old it was. Yeah, like we were so hyped and ready for after all those trailers they released, and then yeah, it was Transit. But that's the thing. Yeah, Mercu and Skyline, both of you. Yeah, that wasn't everyone's experience. So yeah, that's very true that a lot of people, like, I don't know if it's just, because I don't think it was it either of your first, was BO2 either of your first game, or did you play BO1 in World at War? But I know a lot of people, like, will say, like, memories with Transit with their friends are, like, their favorite memories in Zombies. So, like, not to take that away from you, like I said at the beginning, like, it's a very personal story, so, no, I just think it's cool that people can have those different experiences. World at War was the first, and then BO1 was the first. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's not just, like, you didn't know any better, like, you can just genuinely enjoy Transit. No shade at all. Kieran, welcome back. You came back pretty much just in time. We're about to do the last thing we have to do, I think. Let me just double check my list. We got the double points. We got the insta-kill. We're gonna get the nuke. We did bowling. We did the dig sites. We did the blood pool. We did a car with Mr. Peaks inside. We finished the Easter egg. And yeah, now we're gonna exfil. This is it. We did it. Yeah, dude, so what was I think I was in grade 8 or 9, because yeah, in Canada, where I went to school, we have middle school, and then I don't know if it's the exact same in the States or if the ages are a little off, but between grade 8 and 9, you go to a different school. So I went to a different school than my friends in that zombie group, and so, Black Ops Zombies was our way to stick together. Oh. That was our way to, like, reconnect, so it was very special to me to be able to go home after, Dude. Okay, we got it. Go home after a day of school and then immediately load up Black Ops and talk to the guys about everything they did that day. Let's see. Played 5 minutes Kino. No way! You forgot, you didn't love Kino? That was like the thing. Oh no! Okay. Guys, is it all falling apart? I was reading chat, that one's on me. Let's see, what can we do here? I'm just worried about this A-bomb. That's how I always fail the exfil. Yeah, we failed. We're not gonna get it. Oh, what a disaster. I should have brought... Oh, I didn't even pop my chopper. That's why I failed. I was wondering why I was doing what I was doing wrong. No way. Oh, cool. I'm glad I failed. I get the playable cutscene. Because it tried to put me in the cutscene camera, but I was in my chopper, so it just kicked me back to my regular body? That was cool. I'm glad we saw that. I'm very glad. Alright, that's fine. You know what? We had some fun. Yeah. Interesting. No, thanks for sticking around. Sorry for blowing it at the end. I completely forgot that the stage I had to do nuke and then chopper gunner. That was on me completely. But yeah, sorry, I was honestly just reminiscing about BO1 zombies. Yeah. Oh, you didn't know at the time that quick revive was solo only, the way it self-revived? Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, that was for the lead up to Black Ops 6 was really weird for me because they put so much information out there. Like we knew everything about the mode before it launched, except for like the side Easter eggs on the map. But we knew what all the field upgrades did, every single augment. We knew every single thing that like everything in the game did, how much it cost, even like down to every single number. But back in the day, like they didn't tell us anything. Like we just had to go into a new map and find the like we even saw a picture of the beam smasher before this. Like we wouldn't even know what a map's new wonder weapon was back in BO1 days. We would just get like a one frame picture in a trailer like right before launch. So yeah, we're definitely in the information era of zombies. Okay, what I wanted to do is get this. Then I can go back to auto. I just wanted to get the blueprint for the baseball bat so I can just use it all the time. Because I'm trying to level it up and it unlocking at level 52 is not fun. Yeah, we take those. Nice. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm trying to put myself back in the mindset of when Transit came out. If I was like, yeah. Because yeah, it was the same era. Like we didn't know how Transit worked. We just like knew that there was a bus. So yeah, I could see how that would work. Yeah, Mercu, yeah, you didn't even know. Yeah, no one knew how to build the jet gun for forever. That was probably the first guide I ever watched was how to build the jet gun. Because all the wonder weapons before that were box exclusive, right? You just spun for them. So I think the very first time I ever watched a YouTube guide was maybe a Dalek JD video of, yeah, probably of Transit, because I was like, there has to be a wonder weapon on this map. Why can I not find it? So yeah, that's a memory. I didn't even think about that. The nav card, yeah, because they didn't tell us. They just had these little things on each map, and it didn't make any sense until Buried came out, and they just never said anything. Yeah, because the first nav card didn't fit in the nav card table on Transit, so that made no sense. Yeah, that was a good time. That was a very classic era. I mean, I do miss that. I'm always going to be a classic Zombies fan at heart, even though I do think that Black Ops 6 is a great game. And I'm not going to be like, you know, a Gen 1er of Pokemon where nothing can ever after that can ever be good. But I do still think I will always love BO1. Does anyone remember the Die Rise would have a helicopter? I never heard that. My Die Rise rumor that I remember is because Marlton wasn't in any of the trailers and there was one zombie that you saw from behind in like one camera angle that had a white shirt on. So everyone thought that there was going to be a big story event in the Easter egg where Marlton got killed and someone would replace him. That's the Die Rise rumor that I remember best. Yeah, and it turned out to be nothing. I don't even know if they were trying to do that, but people just took it. They saw that one shot in the trailer and they absolutely ran with it. Yeah. First time I got into the... Okay. So, Mercu, did you get the Origins DLC or were you just watching content? Because because my friend group, I'm trying to think. I got Mob of the Dead, but none of my friends did. I got Buried and none of my friends did. And I think I don't even think I bought Origins for like a year. I did not play Origins at launch and I'd never, I didn't play it for myself until like a year later. And then that was Advanced Warfare, I believe, came after that. And I just wasn't having enough fun with that game. And so I went back and saw what I missed. And that's when I really fell in love with Origins. Was like way after its life cycle. And so I had to watch videos to catch up, but I wasn't like in there like commenting on people's videos as they were coming out, like when people were inventing the Rainbow Perk challenge and stuff like that. So yeah, I was very behind the times on that. Hearing the Origins Panzer on day one. Yep. You just I mean, that's even after day one. That's the most terrifying sound on earth. If you don't have your run optimized and you have a staff, that Panzer is messed up. BO3 more so. BO2 you can definitely get it done with an MP40, but yeah, that was a good time. Mercu, I'm there too. I really do think Origins is a great map, but I don't think it's, you know, the greatest video game experience that has ever been invented like some people do. I think it's a good... I put it in my video that it's like a good prototype. You know what? I'll just... I'm not going to do any, like, anything crazy. I'll jump to Directed Terminus just so we can see, like, what Directed looks like. I'm not going to do the whole Easter egg, but I'm just going to have something in the background while I say goodbye and finish this nostalgic chat. Yeah, oh no, I didn't squad fill, I got solo. Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I that's another thing that gets me canceled when I talk to people about zombies. Origins was like a cool prototype. And I said this in the video where it's like, it's the blueprint for Zombies 2.0, but it's not a perfection of it. It still has a lot of flaws. And maybe because I wasn't caught up in that hype cycle, I can still, I still see a lot of the issues that I didn't look over because I wasn't in the hype at the time. Again, it's a great map. I just think other maps in the future have done it better. That's exactly it. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Like DE and Origins and what else do people say? Shadows, like they're all good maps. They are all like top tier maps. And I did a ranking video. I don't know when it's going to come out, but with the group that I did the last gen Shadows with, we talked for like 5 hours and ranked every single Zombies map. And like those maps proceeded a long way, but none of them won. I will say spoilers, the top map was not Origins, it was not DE, and it was not Shadows. Like, I think that other maps have done a lot of things better since then. I can find the good in almost every Zombies map too, so maybe I'm not the best person to ask, but yeah. Used to be your fave, you love it a lot. Yeah, and you said Shadows and Mob. Yeah, those are the classics. And yeah, no shade to that. It's yeah. I think for me personally, and this is something that I definitely don't expect people to agree with, I think Dead of the Night actually is basically like Origins 2.0 to me, or maybe 3.0 if you count DE. I think the way that Origins kind of has you like really master a map and has a ton of side Easter eggs that make you super powerful. It's good for speed running because you can like really optimize a lot of the side quests. Like everything I think I like about Origins, I think Dead of the Night is like even bigger and better. Unfortunately, I did not convince the other guys to vote for that, so that did not win. But yeah, I think I don't know if Dead of the Night is my favorite map either, but I do think that if you want an Origins style experience, a lot of maps have done the same thing bigger and better since then. Clear the Tortured Path. I do not think the Tortured Path made it past the first round. Oh man. It had, again, I will try and always be positive. It had some interesting ideas. It was interesting. It was a new kind of experience in the same way that Transit was a new kind of experience, and for me that doesn't always work. But then something like this does work. Or maybe I guess Cold War would be when it was new, and again that wasn't perfect on the first attempt, but they stuck with it and did it right, unlike the Tortured Path, which they never tried to go back and explore that kind of idea again. And who knows, maybe they could do it right if they did it again. Yeah, Skyline, that's very fair. It's the systems do hold it back for a lot of people. I think that things like the Specialist and The point system definitely don't bother me as much, but I think the perk is, again, one that I can't defend, so I won't say it's a perfect game system, because there are definitely some things in there that even I can't defend as a BO4 lover. Oh, guided mode. Interesting. I never thought about it like that, but it is that very objective-based incremental. It's not as like discrete steps as Tortured Path was, but yeah, I could see the similarities there.
Sorry she ever set eyes on me.
Yeah, I do think that yeah, for me, I think the point system is one thing that people hate a lot in BO4, and I think it's a great change. I think it's like uncontroversially great in my opinion.
A lot of crazy stuff happened back then.
The D-pad, I mean,
Might not believe it myself.
but I'm curious, what do you think is a better system? Because I like the idea of having all your elixirs. I mean, they're on cooldown sometimes, but you have all them available at the same time, and you just have to manage them. I think that's a cool idea, and I think that just from a UI standpoint, I wish Black Ops 6 did something similar. Like, I don't need, what are your buttons? Your buttons are score streak, ping, and then gobblegums. Like, I think I don't need a ping, and I don't need an emote wheel. I think if the D-pad was just for gobblegums, I think that would be a better UI than what they have now, where you have to pop out the menu and then press it again. That's just me personally, but I think that if they had BO4's thing there, where you had all your gums on your wheel, or on your D-pad, I think I would like that.
Unit activated. Please stand by.
Okay. So yeah, I think I'm just, yeah. Let's see. I guess, yeah, if we're talking about guided mode at all, you can see the round cap in the top. I assume everyone knows now, but if you hit that round cap, each individual step, so like each generator and then building the beam smasher, each step has a round that it can't go higher than. And if you hit that round, it basically just starts a new round, but all the zombies are the same health as they were on the previous round. Like, it's just round 9 forever, or round 10 forever now. So yeah, if I got to round 10 and didn't do this, it would just tick over from 10 back to 10, which is what a lot of people are using to buy, to grind camos. And I wonder if they're going to fix that. I'm curious to see what they decide there. But yeah, here we get our first thing. Normally that objective would just be gone. But since we're in directed, we're just going to get a straight up guide to tell us how to do the first step of the Easter egg. So yeah, ride the lift. This normally, that would not be marked. But yeah, I think it's cool. I think this is a great system. The fact that the community got their hunt, but I mean, everyone was just watching online guides anyway, so it's not like they're ruining the sanctity, because no one is actually like figuring out a BO4 quest on their own. So I think that we're just putting it in the game is not losing anything. It just means that creators online have to make different kinds of videos. Okay. Very true about attachments now not being able to be. That's a good call. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. And I think that that's always been something I've complained about, is that I want more like weird underbarrel shotguns or grenade launchers on guns. So yeah, 100% agree. Can't believe Treyarch removed the innovative game mechanic. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, yeah, if you're doing a BO4 egg for the first time, you're already playing in guided mode. Like, it's disingenuous to say like you did something harder than anyone else. All you did was listen to Mr. Waffles instead of Kevin Drew. Like, it's just a different person you're getting the guide from. But yeah, I think this is an unambiguously good change. I'm trying to think, yeah, because You can't have a secondary because you need a button for the shield. I guess you don't need a button for the shield anymore, so they have one more free thing, so you get your tacticals again. And then what else is there? What else are we missing out on? The stuff for Maxis drone and stuff. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there are downsides, but in this game, like, it would work because you have 3 buttons that basically don't do anything already. Like, you have ping, emote, and open gobblegum menu. So if those 3 were just all your gobblegums, you still would be able to have that 4th one to use the score streaks as they are implemented, which is kind of the Maxis drone replacement. So I think that having things be more accessible, I think there's a way to do it. But I totally do see your criticism, and I don't disagree.
I'm having second thoughts about coming here. We don't know how to get off this rock, and our chances are getting worse by the moment.
Quit whining. You know the saying, fake it till you make it? Of course you do. It's practically your whole MO.
Oh. Oh, right. Side Easter eggs are disabled in this mode. Okay. I was going to quickly run the Cursed Talisman just for fun, but I think we're probably fine. I also can't exfil, so I'm probably just going to quit out. All right. No, yeah, totally. I'm glad we had this little conversation, though, because you're totally right that tiny UI thing I didn't think about too much, but it does cut out some stuff, which I don't think is in the game anyway, so I don't think it applies to Black Ops 6 specifically, but it's a valid criticism of Black Ops 4, for sure. Yes, Skyline. That's another thing that I really didn't like. I got because when I was spinning the Gobblegum machine, I was just like, my first game, I was just seeing what I could get, and I was just accepting everything it gave me, not really being picky. And I assumed I would be able to replace one that I had in my inventory, but no, you have to use it and use up that quantity in your inventory, so you never get it back. That is something I definitely had an issue with, and I think there's a way to do it, like just pull up that Gobblegum menu again when you're at the machine and make you scroll up and down and hit A on the one you want to discard. I think that's a good quality of life change. I guess it's just a matter of you have to be smart as a player to not accept anything you don't want. Yeah. Mercury, that's valid. I don't think I've used a ton of Gobblegums here, but I will say when I do use them, it feels a lot better than Black Ops 3 for me. Like, Black Ops 3, I always felt like I was cheating, which some people like it's fun to feel like you're breaking the game. But for me, I always felt like I'm not getting the intended experience. And I want to play the developer's vision, and even though the gums are in the game, I felt like it wasn't really their true vision. But here, it feels like they're a lot more integrated. Like, they feel a lot less game-breaking, which some people aren't happy about, but for me, it makes me feel like more okay to use them, because it feels like they don't break the gameplay loop. They're just like tiny little bonuses. They're just more tools in your toolkit that you're supposed to use more freely. I don't know. Maybe that's just a very psychological thing, but for me, I don't use them a ton, but when I do use them, it doesn't feel as bad as using like a Perkaholic in BO3 does. Even though there is Perkaholic here, it feels better for some reason. I don't know why. I have to think about it for my full BO6 review that I put out in 5 years, when I finally get around to it. And very true, yeah, they want you wasting Gobblegums, so you buy more Gobblegums. That's very true.
Wish you warned me about splash zones, Pen? Would've packed a poncho.
Very good point, Kieran. Yeah, you could get, it's not breaking the game, it's just speeding up the game. You're so right. Yeah, that is definitely a big part of it, is that there's no perk limit, so you're not breaking a perk limit. Yeah, true. Which oh, I have a lot to pop. I've always, like I said in the video, if anyone asked me before this game came out, I would have said 100% perk limit in every game should be the default. You should never be able to get more than 4 perks except by like some crazy Easter egg. But now that this game is out, because the augments are kind of limited now, they're what's limited, the perks aren't what's limited. So I think that makes me feel a lot better. Because you still can't get to having every ability in the game because you can only have one major and one minor. So now I'm totally okay with having a no perk limit because you're just getting the base version of every perk instead of like the best of the best like you could in Cold War. So yeah, I'm totally convinced on there not being a perk limit with this new kind of system. Yeah, there is now a Gobblegum store, and I totally agree. I think that it's weird that I can't imagine buying them unless there is one pack that gives you like one of every legendary and ultra rarity. And I could imagine someone like hasn't gotten a Perkaholic in a while and wants to do an Easter egg run, so they might buy that pack just for a guaranteed Perkaholic and near death. But if you're buying like a free fire or a stock option pack from the store, what are you doing? Like you can get one of those every single game. So yeah, I do agree that it's silly that with the drop rates and how frequently or how infrequently you use them, it does seem silly to buy them. For me, I definitely won't be buying anything, I don't think. And yeah, Skyline, they are also all one use, so even the ones that are carried forward, like, even Raindrops, I think. Raindrops you got 2 uses of, right? But here you only get 1. And there isn't anything like an In Plain Sight where you just never expend a gum, which I think also contributes to making it feel a lot better. Because when I was using an In Plain Sight, again, that's something where I was like, I mean, I just always have one in my pocket, so it's never like, it's never an option to not have it, so it feels like almost cheating in that way. But now that I'm actually spending a resource if I want to use it, it feels like more of an investment in a lot of ways. Which skills? Interesting. Yeah, I've used Newtonian a bit. I haven't used the new one. I'm not a big fart humor guy, so I haven't used Indigestion. But yeah, I think, I don't know if it's like yeah, because they're just for fun. They don't give you any real benefit. So yeah, it wouldn't hurt to make them infinite. I think I agree with that. I do hope there's more Whimsicals, because I think what we got with, what, 5 by the end of BO3? I would like to see more than just 2. I think like something like a, whatever that color change one was, that would be a lot of fun. Okay. Let me see what I can do here. Oh, I just got an Xbox notification to play Black Ops 6 on PC, but I'm already playing Black Ops 6 on Xbox. Yeah, I do wonder if there's any... I think Afterlife or Skeptics, one of whatever he would like to go by, I think I completely agree with something he said, where I would like to see more Gobblegums that are tailored to the Black Ops 6 systems, because right now everything is built around the Black Ops 3 systems because they just copied a lot of the gums forward. So you have things like you get a Perkaholic or an On the House or stuff like that, that's meant to break Black Ops 3 systems. In Black Ops 3 you had a perk limit, so you had to break the perk limit with a Gobblegum. But now that there's no perk limit, it kind of feels like a little silly to have. So I would like to see what they do in the future seasons with future Gobblegums, if they tailor them more to Black Ops 6 or just bring back more like stuff like shopping free they're bringing back. I do hope they get more creative and have things that interact with the armor system or the salvage system or something that feels very tailored to Black Ops 6. I feel like something like that I might use more. If it felt like it was meant for this game. Yeah, they need to, because yeah, the sentence that Skeptic says that really got me is the old gums broke BO3 systems. The new gums don't break any BO6 systems. They just again break BO3 systems that don't even exist. I truly don't know. Yeah, Dante, I don't know how they're gonna do shopping free. I hated shopping free in BO3 because every public lobby you just get to pack a punch instantly, and it feels like it ruins the whole fun part of the game, unlocking the map over time. In this game, I feel like, agreed, it would be even worse. So I'm very curious to see, because like if you could just get 3 tiers of Pack-a-Punch, you're saving what, 50,000 points. Like even if I think they have to limit it to like a point value, so it's not like shopping free. It's like giving you like I don't know how much, 10,000 points. Even that seems like a lot. Like it just, I don't know how they can do it where it doesn't. Because what I talked about in my video was that the whole flow of the game is based around having a certain amount of points at a certain round and being just under the power curve, so you just can barely kill the zombies kind of thing. So if they, I don't know how they can introduce something like that without completely ruining like the whole flow of the game. But I guess if they just make it like a legendary rarity, or whatever the highest one is, if Ultra's higher, maybe you can only do that once in a while, maybe? Unless someone just buys them all in the store. Yeah, it's tough. I have no idea what they're gonna do there. Alright, what I wanted to do when we end this game, I wanted to give some memberships to chat, just for fun, because I can. Just to say thank you for stopping by, and you get a little emote. That's I mean, that's all the bonuses, but you do get early access to new videos. But now that the new video is out, obviously that isn't as compelling. But I just wanted to shout out anyone who might get one here.
It's not a bad makeover. You look great.
Here we go. Gifted. Oh, Donuts. If you're not watching Donuts, you gotta be watching Donuts. He is the absolute legend of BO6 content. His video on Gobblegums, he did like 24 hours in game of tracking the sorry, I'm trying to put my thoughts together. Like tracking his Gobblegum earn rates. It is one of the best BO6 pieces of content I have ever seen, because I love data. I think that I'm excited to see what he does over the course of the year. Alberto, congratulations. Jonathan, Alex, and Jamie Jansen. Ron, welcome back. We're just ending up. Liberty Falls, it went interesting. I think you should be able to rewind the stream. You know what? You'll have to see it to believe it. I don't do what I do. I'm a bad zombies player. But we got something cool out of it, even though it wasn't a dub. Yeah, no, for real. I love spreadsheet, I love data, I love number. So yeah, that was good. Yeah, okay. No, that was a lot of fun. We didn't get the challenge done, but that gives us a reason to come back and maybe try Terminus, get it done for real, get the harder one done, which will be more impressive anyway. Yeah, I would love to do this again. Thank you all for stopping by. Thanks everyone who chatted. Thanks everyone who lurked. I really appreciate all the conversations. And yes, yeah. Again, if I have to make a recommendation, watch Donuts. His informational vids are definitely. I feel like I've learned a lot from watching his stuff, so highly recommend. Dante, yeah, thanks for stopping by. Sorry you couldn't catch the start of it. It's okay, you didn't miss too much. I just killed myself at the very end of getting what I wanted to do, but this was fun. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. I will probably be live, I said again, next week. I will try and aim for next Friday. Stop by if you're around. If not, thanks for watching anyway. Skyline, talk to you later. Mercu, talk to you later. Good night, Ron. Talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot.